Kyle and Brust.
Did you call us idiots?
Yeah.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
It is a great day to be alive on this Monday. Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. Is it Kyle and Brust? I don't know, because Kyle has not been around. He is, I think, back tomorrow, but I'm going to hold my breath until I see him in the flesh. So I've been playing some roulette here of different hosts, and what a treat that everyone is in for, including myself. In for Kyle Wallace's Alex Strouf. What's up, Stroufy?
God bless America. God bless the athletics moral compass known as FIFA. And God bless the two all-beef American Franks I had for lunch today. Hi, Benny.
Feeling very patriotic as one Alex Strouf.
Big one tonight.
A huge one tonight. You can find us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. So you can see us. Strouf's waving his flag. And also, don't move it, because I don't know if you can see. It's perfectly placed in your camera shot. So good job. You're crushing it right now.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
I made you take a lap around the office.
Yeah, I was a little giddy today.
You're very giddy.
I haven't seen you since Kyle's wedding a week and a half ago. I was excited to see you.
I'm excited to see you, too.
I don't know if I believe
No, I
you.
am, just like, again, in doses.
Well, here's the thing. So I mentioned the two all-beef American Franks I had for lunch.
You think you're Joey Chestnut?
Well, he had 69 more than I did, because I think he had 71 of them.
I thought it was 67.
Oh, 67. So he
Good
had 65
God.
more than I did.
Good God.
But my stomach's hurting a little bit already.
Of course it is. Jalapeno cheddar?
Yeah.
Getting the best of you?
Well, I woke up
On a
today.
Monday?
I woke up today, I took my shower.
After Summerfest Strouf?
Took my walk. I only went to Summerfest on Friday this week, which I'm sure we'll get to. But I took my walk. I took my shower. I woke up, had some water, had a little coffee. And I was like, you know what? USA plays tonight. You know what I'm going to have for lunch? What's more American than some hot dogs, coming off of the 4th of July weekend? So
Nothing like some pig just tossed into a tube.
yeah, but I kind of ate like crap all weekend already.
I was going to say, this is no different.
it was
Your diet is not,
No,
you don't have a diet.
It's improved recently.
I'm sure it has.
It
Bowls of
has.
cereal
No,
in your
no,
whitey tighties.
No. First off, no whitey tighties. I wear boxers. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I hosted with Jesse Nelson, so, and you're from the school of Jesse Nelson, so it's, I never know.
I hear you. So, long story short is my diet has gotten a little bit better. Just an exception today as we await America and Belgium tonight.
So, yeah, if you are under a rock, you may not have heard, but Strouf, you've been practicing his name all morning. You want to take it away?
Yeah, so Flo Belligan. How'd I do? I get that right?
I think I'm more of a Balagoon.
No, I think it's
You went
Belligan.
Belligan.
I think it's Belligan.
Now it's Bala?
It's Bal.
I mean, you looked at me if I had the answer.
Yeah, and you don't like it?
So Flo Belligan is back. He's reinstated.
He is reinstated.
Despite the I guess I don't know what the word is. The Belgium is
This is the ultimate Michael Scott of The Office. First, you said you didn't want to have kids, so I got a vasectomy. Then you did, so then I did, and then I undid it. So red card in their last game that they beat Bosnia in, for those who missed it. Flo Belligan, the striker for the United States, one of their best players, who's had an amazing tournament, on a play in which he's an attacking forward, but he was on defense trying to get the ball. He was, attacking one of the defenders, and in a full-time, real-time speed, it looked like it was a foul, but nothing egregious. And they went and reviewed it, obviously. The referee came out and said, this is a serious foul. This is a red card. You are out of here. After the game,
real quick. What accent did that official have?
Whatever accent I went with, I don't know. I don't know what the official is.
Just checking. Continue.
I wasn't trying to be accurate on the accent. There was a statement that said there's no appeals process for this. It sounds like some higher ups of the United States government, maybe the president.
Yeah, President Trump made a phone call.
Called FIFA. President Trump couldn't help Tiger, but he could help the United States of America. Tell me I'm wrong.
Good pop. Good pop.
Tiger called the president.
No,
he had to fly out of the country.
Remember, he walked over to the cop. He said, "Yeah, I was actually just on the phone with the president. Like, it wasn't a big deal." Anyway, continue.
Yeah,
Yes.
my point is, he couldn't help Tiger, but he could help getting the FIFA to relook at their rule of not reinstating players after an appeals process. But apparently, it was an individual voting process, and he's cleared. He's cleared.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So
God bless the USA.
we have an appeals off right now going on. So Belgium then
Belgium's
appealed
appealing
to the FIFA, and FIFA said it is inadmissible. And now they have fired, according to Adam Crafton on Twitter, who is the soccer reporter for The Athletic, says that they continue to fire warning shots. They say they continue to contest the eligibility of Balogun and say they have told U.S. Soccer they reserve all options if he is on the team sheet tonight. What
are
are
you
the
gonna
options?
do? Walk off the field?
Are they just going to forfeit and say, hey, he shouldn't be eligible? So
Do
here's
it.
the thing. I think this is
Do
just
it. Let's
beginning.
go to the round of 8.
I think this is just beginning now.
It's not beginning.
He's going to play. I agree.
It's all bark. They're just trying. What they're trying to do now is get the woe is me victim mentality. Referees in their pocket. I feel bad for Belgium. This shouldn't happen. They're trying to get the sympathy right now. They're trying to get the sympathy because this is kind of unprecedented. There have been times where red cards have been taken back. Like the hard and fast rule, which I saw was, again, after the game, there is no appeals process. As soon as that game ended, everyone was thinking the same thing. I don't watch the post.
No, it was baloney.
I don't watch the post FIFA World Cup with Zlatan Ibrahimovic and all of them.
Yeah,
I don't watch any of the post game analysts.
Alexi Lalas, yes.
But even they were like, yeah, he's done.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not.
A rule's a rule, but I mean.
Flo is the 2026 Jesus.
Effectively. I mean, we're coming off of the 4th of July weekend, right? The 250th anniversary of our wonderful country. And I'm sure all of us heard the Leanne Rimes hit many times over the weekend, only in America. If the FIFA World Cup was not being played in America, I don't think Flo is playing tonight.
Guess what?
It is, though.
It is playing in America.
And the fact that I love that the president made a phone call and was like, "Oh, I don't think I really had anything to do with it." Dude, you're the most powerful man in the world. Of course you had something to do with that. And I just don't know how this plays out. Say, had this been 2022 or 2030, I don't think he's on the field tonight. But good news for everybody.
We're living in 2026.
Correct.
Forget the hypotheticals. This is what it is.
This is the reality, at least for now, as Belgium continues to whine and complain. But that's not going to work.
It is the reality. It's not going to work. If little Belgium thinks they're going to...
I agree. But it's just a fascinating... I mean, look, everybody's always said FIFA's corrupt. They don't really know what they're doing. This is just, unfortunately, another example of that, but it works in our favor.
Fortunately.
Yeah,
Fortunately, they are corrupt.
We can say our and mine, right? Because it's America?
Yes!
Okay, just making sure.
I don't know. Were you born in another country?
No, but you're not supposed to say it about the Packers because you're not on the Packers. But I think you could say that when it comes to America.
They are representing the United States of America. Are you part of the United States of America?
As far as I'm aware, the answer is yes.
Do you have a birth certificate?
Yeah, I actually do, yes.
Do you know where it is?
That's a different question.
I didn't know where mine was before the wedding. So, actually, you should...
I need to
for
find
the
out.
marriage license, you of all
need a
people...
birth certificate?
Dude, I had to order one.
Social security card doesn't work?
Dude, just look up all the documents.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be like the people that were there after us that were like, wait, we need what? You need X, Y, Z, and F? You need all these different things. So get ahead of that. Now, luckily for the United States of America,
they don't need all those documents.
They don't need all those documents. You know what? Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. You know what? We could have a team of whoever we wanted right now. And I love it. I love it. I'm not going to apologize for being American. I will not do that. That is something I will never do. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Less is more. If you were the president, would you have done the same thing?
Yes, of course.
I'm asking you.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Yes, if you have the ability to change the outcome, potentially, of what is the most electrifying U.S. soccer team
by the way, from
a decade and a half.
But when I say it's just, maybe not, how they went about the process. It wasn't a red card. It shouldn't have been a red card. That's the part that I always go back to is what's getting lost in all of this conversation of how we got here, which again, I understand why there's conversation is this is good. Even though there is a precedent for why he shouldn't be playing, he is playing. And guess what? It's probably correct because he shouldn't have been thrown out for that foul.
Well,
now, soccer purists, you can get at me all you want.
Yeah.
But, like, he was going after a ball in real time. Sure, it should have been a yellow card. It was a tough situation where his foot stepped on the ankle, and he went down, and it looked bad. But if you slow everything down, then everything looks bad, right? You slow replays down for injuries in any sport, it looks bad. We watch football all the time in this country. You slow a replay down, it looks really bad. So the fact of the matter is, that was to 90% of people, maybe I'm talking of the United States, I feel like 90% of people, before all of the discourse that's happened of how we've got to this point, we're like, that's not a red card, right? And so now you're going to have people have their opinions on, which is fine. You can have your opinion. I don't care. He is playing, and I am happy about that because I truly believe that it was not a red card. And so since I believe it was not a red card, I love the result that it is.
I totally agree. I mean, I think everybody thought it was baloney when it happened last week, right? When the red card was pulled on him and he was kicked out of the game and ultimately was going to miss this one, I think everybody viewed it as crap. Now, when FIFA came out and said there's not an appeals process, that's when things get shady. But to Dr. Denver Dan's point on YouTube, there's so many examples of FIFA being corrupt. They're going to do what's best for the product at the end of the day. And to have America's best striker on the field in the round of 16 looking to get us the furthest they have since, I think, 2002, kind of important. Now, let's say he scores twice tonight and America wins 2-1. What's the conversation tomorrow?
They play Spain or Portugal in the quarterfinals.
Right. No apologies from you.
Hell no!
I guess I'm
again, because I am operating under the mindset is no matter how we got here, him playing is the right thing based off the crappy call. And although there was a process that maybe there was some hoops that got us to this point of him playing, at least now, if this happens to any other country, they can be like, well, circa 2026 in July of the FIFA World Cup, there was a red card in which somebody was able to play.
You know who this story made me think of?
What's the comp?
Well, this story made me think of Kyle Wallace. Because when you think of somebody that is going to go the extra mile to complain and get his way on something.
Oh, Karen Kyle.
It's Kyle Wallace.
He
right?
If
there's no appeals
customer
process,
service
let's say
on
he's coming back from his honeymoon allegedly tomorrow, right? So let's say he gets back and one of his flights didn't go perfect. And they said, well, yeah, the flight landed safely. You got all your baggage back. Everything went fine. You don't get a refund. If there's somebody who's going to find a way to get a refund, it's Kyle Wallace.
Yes.
He will call anybody and everybody. And for FIFA to come out and say there's not an appeals process for this, and then ultimately America got what they wanted out of it, getting Balogun back for this game tonight against Belgium.
Again, thank you to the United States for showing FIFA how their process is stupid.
Correct.
Like ultimately, that's where look, I don't care how they got there, as long as what I believe in my heart of hearts that it was not a red card and they shouldn't be out for the next game. Then this could be a good re-precedent, setting a new precedent. The new precedent is set.
Yeah, re-precedent.
Re-precedent.
I think that's
I don't know if that's the right word.
It's not.
I didn't go to law school, but that's my word for today.
All right, way to legislate that one, pal.
Here's what I want to know. Now that the round of 16 is tonight, we did this, and Homer did it, especially because the Miz was pitching on Thursday when the United States played, was it Wednesday of last week? Yes. Miz was Thursday against the Reds because I was at Summerfest with him, and the United States was Wednesday night. So what I want to know is, based off Homer's poll he did, he said, would you rather have United States win tonight or the Miz win on his start Thursday? That was 50-50. This has now reached new heights from a lot of aspects. I hate that the Brewers are being the sacrificial lamb here. How many Brewers games would you give up as losses to make sure the United States wins tonight? How many Brewers losses would you give up if it guaranteed a win tonight? Find a way to pull that on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Strouf has a high number. He has a high number. Believe it or not, higher than mine. And I'm wearing the United States of America hat. USA, the greatest country in the world. Even Borat knew we were going to get this overturned.
14 and a half minutes for the first Borat impression. That is definitely the over. Well
USA, very nice. Flo Balogun, gonna play. He shoots and he scores.
Okay, all right, enough.
Very nice goal. Next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust
I mean, I love you both, but I find Kyle a little more spot on.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
Named by me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Celebrate and save big during Steinhaffel's Furniture and Mattress 4th of July sale. Save up to 30% store-wide, then take $75 off every $7.99 you spend. And we make buying your new room easy with our special 60-month 0% financing. Plus, take an extra 15% off our already low-priced clearance. And don't forget about the amazing doorbusters throughout the store. It's Steinhaffel's 4th of July sale. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this. And Summit Credit Union's got you.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. For our guys wanting to lean up and preserve their muscle mass, nothing is more powerful than combining testosterone therapy with GLP-1s. The TRT builds muscle and fuels metabolism, while GLP-1s target fat stores of the body. Clients currently combining these two revolutionary treatments look better than they have in years. This treatment isn't for everyone, only the guys that want next-level results. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year. But for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle and Brust, no Kyle. Alex Strouf is in for Kyle. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Lists is more. Brewers got a nice lead in the division. Sitting 22 games above 500. How many Brewers losses in a row would you give to have the US and A win tonight in the round of 16. Strouf, you have a lot of energy. You said
I do.
7 to me before the show. I have a feeling if I know you, that shrunk.
Yeah, it has. But I'd let him get swept by St. Louis. 5. They play 5 games in St. Louis over the course of the next 4 days. If they get swept in St. Louis and that allows the U.S. to survive to see Friday, I'm good with that. I initially said 7, but then I realized the math didn't add up. Because that means the Brewers would still be losing and the U.S. could be out. And I didn't like that math anymore, so I changed my math.
Taking it to the next round?
Yeah, but I would say I would be okay with the Brewers getting swept in a 5-game series in St. Louis this week in order for the U.S. to advance to see Friday.
Strouf, 800-990-3776.
Why? What's wrong?
That's a little far.
Why is that a little far? It's only 5 games. They have a 6-game lead in the division. They could get swept in St. Louis and still lead the division.
The margins get tighter.
Yeah, but it's the All-Star break next week. We got a little break off. Everybody's gonna have
nothing like heading into the All-Star break, losing some games.
Well, they could go and sweep Pittsburgh before the All-Star break.
I was 2 games.
2. They've
2.
lost 33 this year. That's nothing.
They're right there for the second spot in the NL.
There's a lot of season left.
I understand that,
and they're a really good team.
But I am of the camp that all 162 do matter. Right? Especially when you get in July, the idea of giving up 5 games to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Who I don't think are a threat to win the division.
No, they're
but
not.
they're third in the standings. That shrinks.
Sure.
The Cubs have won a bunch of games recently.
Yeah.
That shrinks.
Yeah.
So you're more pro United States soccer team than you are the Milwaukee Brewers.
On July 6th. On July 6th, absolutely.
But there's a bigger picture out there. Do you want to be a wild card team?
Would getting swept in July do anything?
Who in their right mind would just be like, yeah, we want to just give up 5 games.
But I'm not just saying give up 5 games.
You're giving up 5 games for the Brewers.
But in order for something else. That's like saying, Strouf, would you allow the Milwaukee Bucks to miss the playoffs 10 years in a row for a Super Bowl? Yes.
I just thought you were a bigger Brewers fan.
I am a bigger Brewers fan.
No, you seem to be a Brewers fraud. Like you're not going to be allowed at the parade by saying you're going to give up 5 games.
You're doing a thing right now.
I'm
and I
not
don't like
doing
the thing
anything.
You're doing right now.
I'm doing what you said. You said you give up 5 games.
Yes, not in the NLCS in July.
You may not get to the NLCS if you have to play in the wild card now.
You might not get to.
You know what you have a better chance of if you don't give up 5 games for the United States and you have opportunities to actually win those? You skip the wild card and then you only have to win the divisional to get back to that NLCS. So I look at it more of like 5 games is too big of a sample size.
I didn't know we were playing gotcha ball 22 minutes into the show.
Oh, I couldn't wait for you to say
gotcha ball.
I didn't expect you to be the fraud Brewers fan.
This isn't a
because
fraud.
the Card was talking text line. The real Brewers fans, unlike Strouf, were saying 0, 0, 0.
Yeah.
So real Brewers fans are anti Alex Strouf.
Well, no, they're just anti-U.S. soccer, which that's fine, I guess, if that's your prerogative.
Cam the man in East Troy, you're on the
Cam.
Carbless talk and text line. How many Brewers losses would you sacrifice for the United States of America to win tonight?
I feel like I'm more on the Ben side of things. Like, if you give the Brewers more than 2 losses, as a Brewers fan, that just hurts to say. I can't imagine just giving up that many losses just for the fact of the matter, like a soccer game. Like, yes, it's the U.S., but, I just can't do it.
Okay,
I love the USA,
Cam, could you live with yourself in the year 2029? It's 3 years from now. And because you wouldn't give up more than 2 losses, you are responsible for the U.S. not getting as far as they've been since 2002. Wouldn't that hurt you? 24. Cam, how old are you? How old are you, Cam?
I'm 26.
You're 26. Minus 24 years. You were 2 years old the last time the United States could make it as far as they've won.
And Cam, have you had a good life?
No, I've had a great
And the
life.
Brewers haven't won a World Series in that life.
And his life would be just as great because in the last 24 years, the U.S. soccer team's done nothing. And at his age, and guess what? At age 26, the Brewers are knocking on something further than the United States of America.
You know how many times the Brewers have lost 5 in a row in his life?
We're talking about the United States of America, who, as many have said, if they make it to the Final Four, that would be like winning the championship. We're talking about a Brewers team that went to the NLCS that is trying to do something that they've never done in the franchise history. So, are you more Wisconsin Brewers, or are you like Alex Strouf, who doesn't like the Brewers and is more Team USA Soccer?
playing gotcha ball.
It's not gotcha ball.
I like the Brewers. The Brewers are very,
I said I would
good.
give up 2 games for the Milwaukee Brewers. Anything more than that, I feel like I'm giving up too many in the standings that could hurt me come at the end of the season trying to get one of the top 2 seeds to not play in the wild card.
Ben, you may remember a man. He appeared in the locker room with you.
I was there at Game 3. I was there when I watched them as Devin Williams got taken yard. You know what you get to skip by winning and not just giving up 5 games? You have a better opportunity to skip the wild card if you
go 3-2 in the series other than 0-5.
Yeah,
lot of season left.
Absolutely against a divisional opponent.
There was a man who was a big fan of yours back in the day. He appeared in the locker room with you a few times. He won 4 MVPs as the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. His name was Aaron Rodgers. And maybe the most famous thing Aaron Rodgers ever said, muttered, on these very airwaves, Tuesdays with Aaron with Jason Wilde. He spelled out a 5-letter word. I know that's a big one for you, but he spelled it like this. R-E-L-A-X. You spelled it wrong.
You said R-E-A-X. I swear to God, he said R-E-A.
No, R-E-L-A-X.
Run the tape.
No, you spelled it incorrectly. Anyway, that's
maybe I said R-E-A.
You sure did.
Run the tape on who spelled relax wrong.
It was
please.
him. It was him. You muttered it very quietly though. Aaron Rodgers said relax because there's still so much season left. Even in a 16-game at the time NFL season, there was plenty of time left. There's only 4 games left. There's like 90 games left to be played in the MLB. Less than that.
That is
70?
not true.
70?
Still
a lot.
90. We're past the halfway
if
point.
They lose
You're
5.
showing your Brewers fandom right now by not even knowing they're past the halfway point.
They're definitely past
Rich
the halfway
Pecker
point.
and Spread Eagle.
Oh,
he
Rich,
says,
good to hear from you.
He says 0 Brewers losses I'm sacrificing. I am a real Brewers fan, unlike Strouf. USA can still win. I'm not sacrificing any Brewers losses for it. Strouf is still calling for Flo to be suspended tonight, and it's just sad to see. Like, you can't win with anybody.
Apparently not. Yeah, Flo should be suspended. I totally said that.
What's his last name?
Oh, boy. Balogun.
I don't know why someone would want us to arm wrestle to see Alex is Belgium, Ben is USA. Loser buys a brewski.
I'll just buy you a beer.
Don't act like Mr. Moneybags all of a sudden.
I'm just not going to put myself through more physical challenges on camera.
You know what? That's on me. It actually feels really refreshing to have somebody say they would buy me a beer without it coming at a cost, like Kyle Wallace, like watching him shiver to pay for anything that's over $2.
Well, I actually enjoy your company. I'm not positive that's the case for Kyle.
You know what? I know I was invited to his wedding, but I think that was only because I do a show with him every day.
What do you mean you think? He's told you that. He said as much. Did you listen?
No, he said as much, but I thought things would have changed by now, but they haven't because I'm pretty sure I've invited him to a night out on the town. Remember we went to UW Milwaukee men's basketball game?
That was a while ago, but yeah.
I have yet to be invited to do anything with Kyle other than a 1 hour before going on the boat on the Milwaukee River on his pontoon.
Yeah. Now, in his defense,
Strouf anti-Brewers.
You anti-Kyle. You did leave his wedding at 10 o'clock when there were still line dances happening.
I have a pregnant wife.
Congratulations, by the way. I don't think I've said that on the record yet.
On the record, you have not. But when it comes to that, you do as you're told.
God, you're good.
It's not even being good. That's just like the truth. Hey, you pregnant lady. You know what? I'm gonna keep dancing. You're uncomfortable. You should stay uncomfortable.
Yeah. Kyle Wallace, my co-host, only gets married once. That should have been your response.
Good to see there's real Brewers fans out there on the Carbless Talking text line and YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Unlike Alex Strouf, who would sacrifice 5 straight Brewers losses if it meant the United States of America won tonight against Belgium.
Strouf, the problem is if you sacrifice 5 for tonight, which is better than a coin flip.
How
much did you give up to beat Portugal or Spain?
He's sacrificing the season at that point.
I mean, a title's a title, man. And as much as I think the Brewers are really good and improved from last year, I do firmly believe that.
So
I still don't think their Dodgers good.
Would you sacrifice the entire Brewers season for the United States men's soccer?
Define sacrifice the season. Define that. Are they still a playoff team?
No, they're going to lose every game the rest of the way.
Man, I don't know if I can handle that.
But you can handle 5 for this round?
I can handle
you got
just
yourself
this week.
In a pickle.
5 in 4 days, yeah.
And then what happens when they win? What are you doing on Friday? You're going to be like, you know what? Cancel the Brewers season.
They can lose every game until the All-Star break. There's only 2 more games at that point.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, look,
that was a great point, CCAP, by the way.
I mean, we're coming up on 2 weeks from today will be the 5-year anniversary.
5 was a strong precedent to set for the round of 16.
But 2 weeks from today will be the 5-year anniversary of the last time anybody in Wisconsin, if you're a Wisconsin sports fan like myself, that we got to celebrate a championship. We haven't celebrated a championship since July 20th of 2021 when the Bucks won the LOB. And that night is one of the best of my life. I've only seen 2 titles in my lifetime, right? I've seen the Packers in 2010. I've seen the Bucks in 21. The team you weren't on got really close against Duke in 2015. But other than that, those are the only championship appearances I've ever gone through as a sports fan. And so to see the U.S.
So you have U.S. soccer ahead of the Brewers and wanting to see a championship?
You know me, I'm very palmy. I'm a prisoner of the moment guy. The U.S. is competing right now. Now, when it gets to October, will I think the Brewers have a chance? Of course I will. But the fact of the matter is the Brewers are going to have a really, really hard time defeating the Dodgers. We saw what happened to them earlier this year.
Wow, you're already jumping to not being able to defeat the Dodgers before the trade deadline. You've got them losing the next 5 games to guarantee a U.S. men's soccer victory.
You're the seam head. Are they anywhere near the Dodgers in terms of roster construction?
Not right now, but I have faith in Matt.
What can they do at the trade deadline that would get them even close? Tarek Skubal ain't going to do it for you.
Not how you say his name. Tarek.
Whatever.
Not a baseball guy. Josh chimes in on the YouTube chat, and this is the best point he's ever made. How would Sal Frelick look at you if you said this to his face?
I think he'd be disappointed, frankly. Now, I got to say, I'm proud of him, though.
He had a great June.
Awesome catch to end the game yesterday. And all of his teammates are coming at him. Jake Bowers is saying, "Oh, you don't have to jump into the wall." He's being dramatic, and he says, "Yeah, I don't think Jake Bowers knows how to run that fast. You don't just stop." Nice little like pew, pew, coming right back at him. I love that from Seth. A little attitude.
It was really great when you shriveled up when we had the conversation about Sal Frelick, and you didn't really have his back a month ago, and now
I was nervous.
And all of a sudden, you're just like the Sal guy again.
Yeah, yeah. What?
The idea of being a Sal guy is through thick and thin. You have to have his back.
That was about as thin as it ever got.
You went complete silence.
Well, I was a little worried about Luis Lara, but now everybody in that outfield has picked it up. Right? Garrett Mitchell's picked it up. Blake Perkins has been playing well when he's been in there. Sal's picked it up. The outfield is in much better shape than it was a month and a half ago when we had that conversation. I was nervous. I will admit that.
Who cares about the rest of them? It's about your guy.
I love my guy.
If he goes through a slump again, you better have this same energy.
Well, to see him respond the way he did in the month of June it's a very good sign. So I will have his back probably more than I did a month ago. You live and you learn, Benny. One of my favorite cliches.
Speaking of the Brewers, I think it was Kyle Wallace who said that Woody had the arm flu. It's back.
Sure is.
His arm is dead, and I'm sad about it. We'll discuss what the Brewers have to do with the news of Woody heading to the injured list after he dipped in velocity again. What a great Milwaukee Brewer. What a sad way this is all coming to an end.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Trust me.
What do you mean trust you?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Start the second half of the Brewers season with a stacked series against the Marlins. The whole city's invited to celebrate Noche de Cerveceros Friday, July 17th. Then get the latest Brandon Woodruff Brewers bobblehead, courtesy of PNC Bank, Saturday the 18th. Treat the family to a summer Sunday at the ballpark for Paw Patrol Day on the 19th. Plus, family vibes are through the roof with special kids activities every Sunday. Get your tickets at brewers.com.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
ESPN fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. Whether you're putting in long days on the job, coaching the kids, spending weekends on the golf course, or just trying to stay active, your body takes on a lot. And if back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica have become a part of your routine, Jens Family Chiropractic believes it's worth finding out why. Their focus is identifying the cause of the problem, not just covering up symptoms. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Your garage can be more than just a place to park your car. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Whether it's your workshop, your project space, or where you store all the gear that comes with living an active Wisconsin lifestyle, Closets by Design can help make the most of it. Customary cabinetry, wall storage systems, and durable flooring solutions designed specifically for the way that you use the space. Right now, you can get 40% off, plus ask about special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
At Gruber Law Offices, our biggest priority is the care and service we provide to our clients. We know accidents can be overwhelming, and we're here to help every step of the way. Call now. One call, that's all.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at IKEA.us or the IKEA app.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
No Kyle Wallace today. Allegedly back tomorrow. I'm Ben Brust next to Alex Strouf. You can get us on the Carb List Talk and text line 800-990-3776. List is more. How many Brewers games would you sacrifice in losses in order to make sure the United States of America wins tonight? After all the chaos, to get Flo Balogun back on the pitch. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And, of course, the ESPN Wisconsin app. Now, Brandon Woodruff. Brandon Woodruff. You know, it's one of those stories where it, like, you just feel bad, right? It's just like you feel bad. Like, he was an amazing Milwaukee Brewer. 2024 is kind of when it all went south, right? When you have shoulder surgery and then injuries compile on top of that, it just gets to a scary point where can you trust him even if he does go back on the IL like he is and come back? And, like, ultimately, I think as a starter, no, I saw somebody in the YouTube comments say something that you might have had an idea of.
Yeah, I think we have a solution, and it's effectively you don't let Brandon Woodruff pitch in Major League Baseball until September. And when you bring him back, you bring him out of the pen. You need to get 3 to 6 outs from Brandon Woodruff every 3 or 4 nights, and you hope that he can stay healthy for a postseason push. The other piece of
I'm done with the word hope, though.
Yeah, but that's all you can do at this point because the stuff is when his shoulder works is still fine. Even when his shoulder didn't work the other night, Ben, I mean, we look at that last at bat he threw 4 pitches in a row when you were like, oh, his shoulder's dead. He can't throw a fastball. So it was all changeups. And it went 75 looking strike, 75 foul ball, 73 mile an hour changeup ball, and then a 75-hour swinging strikes for a strikeout. So he struck out. I mean, he had his pants around his ankles effectively and was still striking guys out.
That doesn't work in the playoffs.
I don't know that that's true or not.
I do.
The fact of the matter, though, is
if you become a one-trick pony in the playoffs,
well, he should have his arm back, is what I'm saying. And you only
For
let
how
him go.
long?
You only let him go for 4, 5, 6 batters. You bring him in relief. You hope for at most 6 outs, but maybe it's just you give him an inning of work out of the pen, and then you let him rest for 3 days.
Trust me, I love the idea. It's still just a scary proposition of like the unknown. And the only thing that I can argue for you is like maybe the unknown of if he has the velocity or doesn't as a batter. You're like, uh-oh, what am I looking for? Am I looking for 73? We're looking for 85.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to throw names at you who probably, I mean, they keep getting bounced between AAA and major leagues, but like these are guys that could, I guess, have a chance at being your bullpen arms in the postseason. You talk about like a Drew Rom or Stallings or, you know, guys like that. Do you trust them more than Woodruff for 3 outs? No. I mean, Aaron Ashby, maybe, right? I mean, obviously, he has the 12
Absolutely,
wins.
and he's also
hit a little
used
bit of
to
a rough,
doing it.
He's hit a rough patch here, but like, you trust him? You saw what Misiorowski was able to do. I'm not asking for that out of the bullpen next year.
Here's the thing. The fact of the matter is, the fact that we're all going to the what can we do with him is a major conversation, right? Like, because when I look at the Milwaukee Brewers and I look at who they have as starters and who they have in the pipeline to start, right? You have Logan Henderson scheduled to come back if things go well. I believe he could be the 5th game against the St. Louis Cardinals. But Shane Drohan, no, I don't trust him as a number 3 starter. Robert Gasser, no, I don't trust him. Logan Henderson, yeah, I like Logan Henderson a lot. Is he ready to be the 3rd starter as you're trying to make a push for back-to-back NLCS appearances and trying to do something where you don't just lose 4 in a row in the NLCS, right? Like, those are the conversations you have to start having with yourself of like, at this point, I know bat was number 1 to a lot of people. I still think you can get a reliever even if you get a bat or a starting pitcher. To me, starting pitching now just goes to the top. And it doesn't mean Tarek Skubal. It doesn't. Yep. It could be Casey Mize. It could be Sandy Alcantara. Whatever it is, it's so unfortunate that now, fortunate or unfortunate, the unfortunate part is I think the Brewers have found a way traditionally, no matter what, with what they've had, and who they've acquired over the course of time or who they brought up to be able to yep, we can figure this out with who they have. Unfortunately, there's a youth portion of this where you've had guys with experience last year. Misiorowski didn't even start, and he'd be obviously your ace.
Yep.
Kyle Harrison has experience, not in playoffs, but he would be a great number 2 based off how he's performed. And so when you look at all that, that's still a lot of inexperience and youth from the top 2 who are very, very good. You can't go a 3rd one. You just can't if you're trying to do something special.
And, I mean, obviously.
So to me, it has to be a wake-up call that Matt Arnold needs to put the pressure on all the people he's been on Zooms over the past year to reignite conversations, to get somebody in here to be consistent as a starter.
Yeah, but I think the approach we've always seen from Milwaukee is the Kyle Harrison approach. It's a guy who you don't know much about that you just hope works, right?
Yeah,
and
but
that's
this is
obviously
different.
What happened
I
with
think,
Kyle
I think
Harrison.
you got to remember this is different.
I understand that you feel that way. I understand you feel that way. I don't think they're going to change their approach because everything they've done has worked. I agree with you, by the way.
No. Why wouldn't the Brewers change their approach? They're smart. They're not stupid. Just because something has worked to get them to a certain point doesn't mean they're not going to adjust based off the window that they have of opportunity here. They're 22 games above 500.
I know.
They haven't been in this spot before. But just because you haven't been in this spot doesn't mean they're stupid. Just be like, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to get the same type results and keep waiting and waiting and waiting for all of the prospects to come up and for it to align perfectly with the control you have over Woodruff. Like, to me, why wait? You just went to the NLCS. You're going to potentially surpass your win total of franchise wins this year as well. Your goal is to get a top 2 seed so you're not playing in the wild card round. All of that doesn't matter because you can still probably do that the way the roster is put together right now, but you won't make it as far as you want to where it matters most in trying to bring this franchise to the World Series for the first time ever.
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways to look at that, right? It is what I brought up earlier in our dumb conversation about U.S. soccer and how many games you would give up. But do you really believe this team has the ability to compete with the Dodgers? If you're in that front office, the answer is probably yes, right? You feel like you are a better team than you were a year ago. At this point in the season, as you just pointed out, you're 22 games above 500. That was not a spot you were at last year. Jacob Misiorowski is looking like a full-blown stud and a lock almost, maybe not a lock, but really close to. He's going to be one of the top two in the National League Cy Young debate come the end of the season. Kyle Harrison, it's been a little rough the last 3 weeks, but all in all, a season's total of work. You feel good about him as number 2 or number 3. When it comes to the rest of that rotation, you don't really know what you're going to get. So whether that is an established guy who you have trust in, be it a Skubal or somebody else, or it is I struggled to think that they would mortgage the future, which they feel even better about than they do right now.
You're not mortgaging the future to get a starter. Like, you're mortgaging some of it, but you have 7 prospects within the top 100.
I hear that.
You can't, there's not a place for everybody when you have 7 prospects in the top 100 and some of them play the same damn position.
I agree with you. But we know how the Brewers operate. We know how they do business. We know how they've done it. This dates back to David Stearns, but obviously, especially in the Matt Arnold era. They value those prospects. They value the future. They think next year will always be the year. And to your point, I agree. This year looks like it very well could be the year. I feel much better about this team right now on July 6th than I did about last year's team on July 6th for obvious reasons, right? I think the pitching's in a better spot. I think the bats, even though they still don't have a giant one, are in a better spot. You talk about a great surprise in Jake Bauers. You talk about Jackson Chourio really getting going over the course of the last month and a half from an offensive perspective. You feel really good about where this team is at and can compete. But is one pitcher going to solve everything?
I'm telling you, though,
one reliable starter going to make you more of a competitor than the
Dodgers?
Dodgers?
Yeah, it's going to help.
I think it'll help it a little bit, but does that move the needle?
Do you want to play scared?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you how I think they operate, which is I don't think they take those big swings.
But my point to you is, even if you think they operate like that, my goal is to make sure that the narrative out there, what comes out of my mouth is, if for God forbid, somehow Matt Arnold's driving right now and listening to this, I want him to hear this. But I also think he doesn't need to hear it from me. I think he's smart enough to know that, yes, what I've done has got us to this point, and I'm smart enough to know that I have enough prospects that I'm not mortgaging all of my prospects in the future to be good. And I can do something to bolster this team. And if you don't bolster the team, it also kind of tells them, like, you know what? Well, we probably are going to run into the Dodgers, not be good enough. Trading for somebody of value brings something to the locker room and says, we believe in you, go get it.
So I agree with a lot of the points you're making, but I think there's a bigger point we're missing here. I've said it a few times, but I'm going to say it again and make the bigger point, which is, I don't think one starter fixes all your problems. If you're going to go all in, you got to go all in, and that's multiple trades. One trade isn't going to fix this. That's just a Band-Aid on, we don't have a third reliable starter. You need to go get a third baseman. You need to get probably multiple arms, whether that be bullpen help and a starter. You need to go all in if you're going to go all in. And that's where I'm saying I don't know if they're just going to, send a prospect and get a starter. That doesn't seem. They have a choice to make, right? It's either you go all the way in. You go trade for a left side infielder. You trade for a starter. You trade for a reliable bullpen arm. Or maybe you go the Kyle Harrison route and you go, okay, I like some of this guy's stuff, and I think if we bring him to the Chris Hook pitching school, we can fix him and he can be a good enough third starter for a spot start in whether that be the NLDS or the NLCS.
The interesting part and why I don't see that happening is the way it worked so well last year was Quinn Priester, although it wasn't at the deadline, was somebody who was brought in early enough to be brought into
he was the Kyle Harrison of last year, effectively.
It was in the middle of the season versus Kyle Harrison before the season, but it was early enough where he could get in that pitching lab that they have, and he built up into a pitcher that was great last year that unfortunately, flicking my nerves and seeing if I still have something in my arm, he doesn't have enough going on there, unfortunately, to be the same guy that he was last year, which sucks. I mean, it sucks that Priester is hurt and Woody has a dead arm, a.k.a. the arm flu.
That sucks. It is the arm flu, unfortunately. But I know hope isn't a strategy. I know you just said that. I'm still holding out hope that maybe he can be a bullpen arm come the postseason.
It's officially official, by the way. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a member of the Miami Heat. He sent a heartfelt message on social media that you need to hear if you have not. Coming for you next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust
If you suck, I'm going to say you suck.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected by it. Maybe you have a loved one who struggles with joint pain. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's time to be outside, moving, living, playing. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and let's talk about getting back to that life. At QC Kinetics, that's happening every day. People who are stuck in the cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments done right there in the office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. They hear about it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. If this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers free consultations to see if you're a good candidate. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Since January, I've already lost 40 pounds and dropped a couple pant sizes. This program has been simple, safe, and their team has helped me every step of the way. Best of all, it's built to help keep the weight off for good. If you're looking for a weight loss program that works, Milwaukee Weight Loss is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
So, I saw a post from Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then I was like, I think I should set aside some time to listen to the full thing by myself, which turned into my wife watching it with me. And let me just say, she isn't as connected to the Milwaukee Bucks as many of you are as real sports fans.
Way to throw her under the bus,
That's
pal.
true. It's true. She wouldn't come on here. You've heard her on here. She's not gonna be like, yeah, I live and die and breathe Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, she also says your wisdom is your second best quality.
Whoa. That is my wife. I will beat the crap out of you. You just besmudge her name?
Nope, not besmudged. You're looking for besmirch. There you go.
There it is. Take a listen to what had my wife near tears from Giannis Antetokounmpo as he is wishing Milwaukee a farewell in his post today.
The city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin, I want them to remember this. For me, don't worry about the basket. Don't worry about the championship. Don't worry about the winnings. Don't worry about the losses. I try to be like them. I believe the city of Milwaukee is blue collar. It's people that work extremely hard every single day. They give all the hard-earned money is to come watch the Milwaukee Bucks, to come and feel something, to come to be a part of us. I hope that I was able to represent them best that I could, and I was like them. I showed up to work, did everything that I was willing to do, all the dirty work, just like them. I hope that bringing a trophy to this city meant something to them, because it meant so much to me. I want you to hear it from my mouth. The city of Milwaukee will always be in my heart. This is my home, and this is a place that I had my kids. My mom is here. My father is here, my brothers played here. They made me the man that I am today. That will never, ever change. No matter where I am, Milwaukee will always be my city, my team, my family.
Milwaukee will always be my city, my team, my family.
I don't know if you're a human being with a heartbeat if that doesn't give you goosebumps. Yeah, it's a sad day. Look, we've known for just about 2 weeks now that this is the reality, that Giannis is gone. This is what he wanted. This is what the Bucks wanted.
But that's why I don't really love it will always be my team.
Yeah, I don't like that part either, but it will always be his city. He won a championship here. He's immortal here. So it is what it is. It's a nice touch. I'm just confused by the whole thing, frankly. Why did we have to wait 2 weeks for this when we've got Nate Ament doing press conferences in Milwaukee? I'm confused by the whole thing. Regardless, it was a classy touch by Giannis. I saw his wife released a really long statement as well.
You're gonna say I saw her like
No. She released a really nice statement and sentiment to the city of Milwaukee for the last decade that she spent here as well. So it's classy. It's what you want to see when a superstar leaves. But
is that what you wanted to see?
I didn't want to see him leave, but it is what it is. It was an inevitable breakup. You and I have both witnessed divorce in our personal lives.
Hey, C-Cat, I'd like to. Wow, I'd like to officially to the K&B fam welcome C-Cat to Strouf. I still consider you part of the K&B fam.
Mm-hmm.
You have had like 3 divorced parent situations, right, Strouf?
Each of my parents have been divorced twice, yes.
Oh, so 4.
Well,
2
no.
plus 2 is 4?
Well, no, but the first one was from each other. And there was a second one after each other.
Got it.
Now my dad is remarried and my mom has a longtime boyfriend.
Okay. Well, that's your story.
Yep.
Parents divorced. I'd like to welcome you to the Parents Have Gotten Divorced Club.
Hi, C-Cat. Welcome.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. Well, I'm not happy that I'm here.
Happy to be here.
I'm happy to be joined by others that have shared. Prefer not to be here.
Would you like to give your official
Wait,
statement?
hold on. Wait. Prefer not to be here. Does that mean you wish your parents were still together?
No comment.
Yeah,
okay.
that's.
We're going.
Come on, man.
We're going double dose of divorce down here. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. So, if history tells us anything, we're all screwed.
Well, no. More so, we're all experts in this category, which is why we knew the Giannis Bucks divorce was inevitable. That's more the point I was making.
All right. Let's go to the Google.
What are we Googling?
Well, maybe I can take this call while I Google. We got somebody good.
Oh no,
it's gonna be horrible.
I know what you're Googling.
Let's go. Oh, Leroy.
What's
going on, Leroy? This is gonna hurt my heart.
Leroy.
Oh no,
Leroy.
Hey, what's up, family? KBN Nation, y'all. It's all spirits, man. It's all love and all flowing, all love, baby, y'all. How y'all doing, man? How was y'all 4th, man?
It was great, but you seem too happy for the official date that Giannis is not a Buck.
Hey, Giannis Antetokounmpo forever. He had kids up here, family, y'all. He had kids up here. He'll forever be a part of this Buck Nation. And I want to tell all my Bucks fans out there, along with me, let's welcome him back with open arms, please, y'all. please. Whenever he come back up here.
Do you mean as an opponent, or in the hope that he one day joins the Bucks again at the end of towards the end of his career?
Both, family.
There
Both.
it is. Giannis Antetokounmpo forever.
Yeah, I don't know. We might see this whole LeBron thing again. I know that's like a big story in the NBA right now.
Saw Cleveland from Windhorst today is the top of the list.
Yeah, he should go to Miami. If we're gonna do a reunion, we should see Giannis and LeBron team up for like mass chaos.
I can't see Giannis team again. I could see this, but I'm saying I don't want to see Giannis team up with someone who openly said he hates going to Milwaukee. That would feel icky to me.
Well, it's all icky. He went to Miami.
I know.
Miami is one of my least favorite teams in the Eastern Conference. I hope Giannis doesn't win a title. If he wins an MVP, that's fine. He's one of the best players ever. I don't want to see him win.
Please, in this next call on the Carbless Talk and text line, have an open mind, but not too open of a mind, because Mark in New Berlin is going to take over and say something you're either going to love or hate. So, Mark, go ahead.
Hello, Mark.
What the heck was that music in the background? Jesus. Come on. Oh, I'm going to Buck forever. You're not a Buck forever. If you're a Buck forever, you're going to be here forever. Like, Benny, you're a Badger forever. You finished with the Badgers. He doesn't care about Milwaukee.
He was in Milwaukee three times as long as I was at Wisconsin.
At the end of the season, he heads right to Greece. He hates Milwaukee.
Hey, Ben, have an open
mind.
Why
don't you people wake up? He is pulling the wool over our eyes again. Is he in Milwaukee right now? His house is still here. Hell no, he's in South Beach. Why don't you guys, people call me a narcissist. I'm a realist. He does not like Milwaukee. He could have signed for the same exact money. Not $1 more, not $1 less. The same money, and he didn't sign with Milwaukee.
I'm going to try to ask.
He doesn't
Mark,
answer questions.
Who calls you a narcissist? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. I don't have time for Mark today. I don't want that.
It's not a good day for it.
It's not a good day for Mark. Mark, you can have your day.
Didn't you start his call by saying have an open mind?
Yeah, and then sometimes all it takes is hearing his voice, and then you just revert back to why did I do this? So hand up, pat on the back to me. That was my bad. To put a bow on this conversation we've been having, not just about Giannis and the divorce that he just had with the Bucks,
sure,
but the divorces in your life, my life, and Seacat's life.
Yeah.
Statistically, research shows that having divorced parents increases your own risk of divorce anywhere 35 to 50%.
Wow.
If both you and your spouse have divorced parents, that risk can nearly jump by 200%.
Shut up.
According to Wilkinson and Finkbeiner.
I don't know who that is.
And three other sources.
If you're watching on YouTube, I may have put my lovely fiance's business on the street by raising my hand. Not great. That's not great. That is not a. This is a really sad segment. Can we go to commercial break? I need to ponder.
Strouf's going to ponder his life in the next 2 minutes, then we'll be back.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. And beer fans, we've got something to cheer about. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So whether you call it soccer or football, it's time to get your game plan ready as the world's largest soccer tournament returns to the USA. Stop by Discount Liquor to pick up a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and score a free Michelob Ultra soccer koozie. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, THCA, and non-alcoholic beverages, all at the lowest prices in town. From craft brews to hard-to-find whiskeys, we've got a lineup for you. So don't get caught off sides with an empty fridge. Stop into Discount Liquor and stock up before kickoff. Visit us in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma, or in downtown Waukesha at Barstow and Main.
Discount liquor.
Kevin Moret here, founder of Mentality Men's Health. Remember the dad we all respected, worked all day, coached our team at night, and still had something left in the tank at bedtime? If you're now the dad who has lost a step and looks like you gave up, stop. There's a reason. One quick blood test of Mentality, we can tell your total and free testosterone that could be causing all these issues. Our physicians have helped over 25,000 men get back to who they are meant to be. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
It is Kyle and Brust. No Kyle. Alex Strouf in for him. I'm Ben Brust. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Reacting to Giannis Antetokounmpo's goodbye message, I think it's also important to note that he did a sit-down for 30-plus minutes with Jim Paschke with more in-depth details as to why he departed.
Oh, boy, it's something.
There's a lot in there. I honestly, I'm sending every clip I can to CCAT right now because I'll just say this as we work to get a couple of these uploaded. The fact that he's talking about how... Take a big reset here. Strouf, you produced with me for a while.
I did.
What was the number one clip when we talked about Giannis Antetokounmpo that I always made sure that you had ready to go?
Yeah, it was talking about that desire to win a second championship.
It was with his brother Thanasis after they were knocked out of the first round in 2025.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, right. 2025. It was 24-25 season. And he said he'd be letting himself down if he didn't win a second championship.
He
right?
affects his own legacy, correct?
Correct. So when everything in my prism was viewed in the Giannis wants to win a second championship. So when I look at the Milwaukee Bucks, do the Milwaukee Bucks still provide that opportunity? Because I think Giannis would want to do it again here. Again, viral for saying he loves Milwaukee but doesn't want to be a Buck. He wants to live in Milwaukee but doesn't want to be a Buck.
When you reported that, yeah.
My point is he's talking about how he doesn't want to have regret. He's talking about how he thinks when he goes in the shower at night, should he have left earlier? Should I have switched teams? Would I have a better opportunity? So since we have that, I want you to take a listen because it almost makes me feel like for the Bucks and for Giannis, this is almost mismanaged altogether because he might have gotten more a year earlier.
But it's something that I wake up every single day, and only when I take my showers at night, and I think I'm like, man, maybe I've waited too long, and I see guys playing deep into the playoffs, and I think I'm like, okay, maybe if I switch teams and I go somewhere else and have a better opportunity, I can play deep in the playoffs. I can go try to chase another championship because I really want that. And I'm scared that maybe if I don't take that decision, that when I'm going to be 37, 38 years old, hopefully, and I'm retiring, I'm going to say, why you didn't take that risk? And people don't understand. It's a risk.
Confirmed, by the way, that they were not sweeping the floors. That was Giannis touching his pants that sound like your gym teacher's pants when you were in elementary school. They go swishy.
Got it.
Swish.
Got it. It's just interesting mic work, but that's neither here nor there. It sounds like a guy that's stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? It sounds like a guy that's at a fork in a road and doesn't know which way to go.
He loves Milwaukee and didn't want to be a Milwaukee Buck. I had it.
He ultimately had to make the decision, albeit I think a lot of us now view as a year or two late. But he had to make the decision, and he would kick himself for making.
I know the hard part is if you
route.
root for the Milwaukee Bucks, is if you do it earlier than this, is the return look better than what you got from the Heat?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Does hearing that make you like? Does
No.
Giannis have so much goodwill because he brought a championship?
Yes.
That because it was 50 years and no one expects the Bucks to turn it around right away, that like it's just okay?
I don't think the Bucks played this the wrong way. I've kind of maintained that stance the whole time. Now, would the return have been better? Absolutely. I think the return may have been better even at the trade deadline just a few months ago than it was a couple of weeks ago. But that's ultimately you had to make a choice, and the choice was get something rather than nothing as Giannis entered the last year of his contract and do right by him because he ultimately did bring a championship here, and he effectively kept the team here, right? We talk about it all the time. Fiserv Forum exists because of Giannis. The Deer District exists because of Giannis. Downtown has exploded the way it has because of Giannis, because Bucks basketball has been such a thing the last decade or so. The other piece of this, though, Benny, is the Bucks played this right. You stand by the guy that revitalized your franchise. You stand by the greatest player in franchise history, and they did everything they could to keep him happy. They traded for Drew Holiday, which led to winning the championship. They traded for Damian Lillard, who Giannis said he would love to play with a top 75 player of all time. When the Damian Lillard project clearly failed, even though that's a swing you take 10 times out of 10, he still went out, John Horst did, this last offseason, and got what many viewed as the best free agent available in Miles Turner. So they continued to try to take chances.
Even at that time, no one was looking at Miles Turner in this roster with Giannis saying, those guys are going to win a championship.
Yeah,
so although they did the right thing, I think they all were doing it because they felt like they had to, even though they probably knew both the ownership group, John Horst and Giannis, that it was probably best to move on. And nobody had the gumption to do what anybody in that spot should have done, is just break up. Because it would have been better for both parties. It would have been better for Giannis and his attack for a second championship, and it would have been better for the Bucks to start rebuilding instead of being 1 year late.
Well, you have a lot of friends, right? Like, failed relationships don't often end when they should. Right?
I know, but
how many times have you heard, "Oh, I wasted my time. I stayed with her for too long."
This isn't like an actual like personal relationship. Like,
But
there's a
it
business
is.
element.
But hold on. But it is a personal relationship. He grew up here. He
It
revitalized.
doesn't matter.
John Horst is
It's a
employed.
$1 billion business. You need to take feelings out of it more than ever. You need to do what's best for your organization, and Giannis needs to do what's best for him. And I think both of them failed at doing that based off what I'm hearing for Giannis.
I agree with you on that point. But the fact of the matter is the Bucks were going to do whatever they could until their last dying moment to keep Giannis in Milwaukee. And that's what they did. And I think they did it the right way.
Did you read the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel article?
Of course. Yes, all the wrongdoings, all the Giannis is a lot
And
more
it's not
selfish
it's not the
and
end all
business-minded
be
than we
all,
think.
right? Like, it's not the end all be all. They're obviously in any organization post championship, as people are leaving, they're making moves. There's going to be more stuff that comes out, and you're going to be like, oh, of course that feels yucky.
Ben, you know I've been saying to you for a year at this point. Maybe not quite, but just about a year, because it was media day last year when he allegedly had COVID, and he did the media conference, and he was asked about a meeting with Wes Edens that he claimed never happened, but Wes Edens said happened. He's always tried to not say the quiet part out loud. And all we've ever wanted is for Giannis to say the quiet part out loud. And that's what made this even a notch more difficult, was Giannis never publicly said, I want to be traded. He never said it.
But my part is, I don't care about public. Giannis and the front office talked or didn't talk enough to know that it was beyond repair, in my opinion.
It's probably not the incorrect opinion. But
Which is why I think there was an
Horst,
opportunity inside the building, not from us looking from the outside in, but based off what we know and based off hearing from Giannis, reaffirming kind of what we had assumptions of this past year, kind of being like, I can't wait to get out of here. It couldn't have been that different in the offseason then, based off the way he had feelings towards the way this season went and everything that went and happened after Coach Budenholzer. Like, there was enough there that I think the Bucks and Giannis, one of them, should have had the foresight to just say, I'm done, we're done with you, or I'm done with you.
Maybe the Giannis part is true. I don't agree with the organization standpoint, because if I ask you simply in 2023,
it doesn't look good on the organization.
Well, no, even not if it looks good or bad. If you are John Horst, if you're the decision maker up the street at the Bucks headquarters, if you're the decision maker,
that's scary.
And you're thinking, yeah, that is a scary idea. But we'll just role play for a second. You're the decision maker in 2022 or 2023, whenever Budenholzer was fired.
Last time I wrote.
And I ask you simply the question: your best opportunity to win another championship, with or without Giannis? What's the answer?
Without.
That's the wrong answer.
No, it's not.
3 years ago, that's the wrong answer.
3 years ago, yes.
I just said that. 2022 or 2023, when Budenholzer was fired.
Again, I'm not even talking about that. I'm still stuck in my head of, like, after Dame. after Dame.
And that's
where I'm looking at this.
Yeah, that's probably
if you,
hindsight being 2020.
I was answering that question in my brain, not listening to you, which I'm very good at, of after that. After when Giannis put out his clip about wanting to win a second championship, it was done.
Yeah,
it was done.
I don't view that from the Bucks' perspective. I will never get there because I still believe even last year, given all the
did
injuries,
things out of desperation. They had to waive Dame.
Damian Lillard was out of desperation. Trading for him.
I know, but waiving him was never going. Like that's a telltale that you don't have enough assets to win a championship, so it's time to move on.
Maybe. But
there's no maybe.
But they found a way to pull.
You're not going to win a championship with Giannis and Miles Turner and Ryan Rollins and KPJ.
They thought it was doable. Wrong or right, that's what they thought. They thought if we bring in the most highly touted free agent this offseason, last year, it was Miles Turner. The Pacers came off that finals run. Miles Turner had a really good postseason. Everybody viewed Miles Turner as the number one free agent, and the Bucks found a way to bring him in the building. That was viewed as another championship-level swing by John Horst, which he deserves credit for.
I guess I never looked at it as a championship-level swing. I looked at it as a desperation swing.
Of course it was a desperate, because you were without Damian Lillard one way or another, right? Because he tore the Achilles. He wasn't going to play last season.
That's why I never bought into it.
Yeah. Well, you're just smarter than all of us. Maybe you should be in charge of this.
Maybe I should. But I think you should be smart enough to know that Miles Turner was a desperation move and not a championship move.
I think hindsight being what it is, we know which one it was for sure. Yeah, but you had to make a decision. Do we go all in again and try to appease Giannis? And that's what they did. And I think if you're the Bucks and you are the organization that we have, I've grown up around the last almost 3 decades I've been alive, you try to keep and appease your franchise-altering player at every turn.
I guess the way that I want to end this is I think that when I heard Giannis say he wanted to win a second championship, I was just like, okay, no matter what they do, I have to look at it. Can they win a championship? And if Giannis is saying that to his brother, the front office knew. And they both failed at moving on from each other earlier than they should have. So there's that. We go to Jason Wilde on the England guest hotline. Next.
You're experiencing Kyle and Brust.
Roughishly. What two words did he combine? He wanted to combine partially with rough.
Yeah, roughishly.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We do have a roadway that's closed right now because of a crash. Highway 164 southbound, just south of Rockwood Way. This is just south of Highway 18 on the south part of Waukesha. Just be careful with that. Follow the posted detours. Otherwise, southbound on 41, you are backing up from before 145 all the way down to Capitol. Northbound is very heavy from North Avenue up to Capitol Drive. Southbound 43, heavy from just south of Brown Deer Road to Bender Road. And then you're back on the brakes right through the Marquette. Westbound 94, slowing from 35th to Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Mostly clear skies, a low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 83. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty yourself at Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food and drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com.
ESPN Milwaukee fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica, Jens Family Chiropractic focuses on finding the cause of the problem, not just helping you manage the symptoms. For nearly 10 years, they've helped Milwaukee area patients find real answers through personalized care and advanced treatment options. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com. Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I would certainly hope that they would if I'm a Packers fan.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Believe me, I have tried to get some information on that.
Holding everybody accountable.
We felt that way last year.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle and Brust.
It is Kyle and Brust with no Kyle. Alex Strouf in for Kyle. Joining us on the Yuengling guest hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. Is Jason Wilde, host of Wilde & Taus. Jason, what's going on?
I was wondering what was wrong with our social media that we had a Kyle and Brust promo that I saw, and then I saw it was Brust and Strouf. I was like, did they mess up the graphic? What happened? And then I realized he's still honeymooning. So we get the honeymoon period with Strouf. Lucky us.
That we do
Lucky
get.
you.
Jason, Shawn Eichorst joined Wilde & Tausch, and that's for full view on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. You can go back to their show as well and watch it live and see their whole discussion of everything they talked about today. I found it interesting when Tausch was asking about, Barry's a football guy, football. And he talked about how he met all of the coaches, and he talked a lot more about family than football in the couple times he's talked to Fickell. Now, I know you're not, which is fine. I try and look at things differently as much as I can. But when it comes to Wisconsin football, that's like the only team I really let myself be a fan of. So as a football fan of the Wisconsin football team, I wanted to hear more about football. And I don't know if you can help me there. You've been through a lot of press conferences, interviews. What was he trying to get across with getting to know Fickell from a personal standpoint? He's been here for God knows how long. All I care about is winning, not I care that he has a healthy family and whatnot, but that's not my care as a fan.
No, it's definitely not your care, and nor should it be. I mean, results matter, and look, I don't want to speak for Shawn. I don't really know him that well, but that struck me as I'm not painting myself into any corner whatsoever on my commitment to this head coach. I see the same schedule that you guys do. I expect us to win more games than we did last year. All those kinds of things. He's not I would think, and again, I don't know this. This is purely speculative, but I'm guessing that he doesn't know. He doesn't know if he wants Luke Fickell to be his coach anymore or not. So he's got this year clearly, and then we'll see how it goes. But there's been plenty of instances where whether you're an athletic director or an NFL GM or an NBA GM or what have you, where you inherit a coach from the previous administration and you end up working great with him, and you really like him, and you're a good fit, and you have your football program or whatever the person is coaching has a ton of success, and you get together in a way that you don't have any shared history, right? I mean, it's not Shawn Eichorst's time at Wisconsin in no way, shape, or form overlapped before today or before he got the official announcement of him being hired. It had never overlapped with Luke Fickell, so he doesn't know Luke Fickell. Certainly doesn't know him to the degree that he knew Barry Alvarez or Brett Bielema or Paul Christ. And so I look at this as, I'm not going to say anything that paints me into a corner. I mean, do I think he's going to have plenty of conversations about football and where it's at? Yes. Otherwise, they wouldn't have hired him. He's not there just to talk about, hey, how's your family? But I kind of thought like he did what he needed to do in a conversation with obviously an established radio program that it seems like a fair number of people listen to. And other than that Zoom he had done with select media, had he talked to very many other people on the record? I think he just was cautious about what he was going to say about his head coach and the situation that they're in.
Jason, I asked you that question on purpose, and you made me feel so much better. So much better. I needed that perspective because you've been through this, and I can't take my fan brain out. So you helped my fan brain go away with the answer to that question. So thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, look, again, I don't know what the future holds with him.
Well, yeah, I mean, what's interesting is the timing here is like, Ed Policy was like, I don't want lame duck. Obviously, this is different because you can't, really say that in this situation.
Not a bad parallel to draw, though.
No, it's not a bad parallel to draw at all, actually.
Chatting with Jason.
Now, the difference.
Let Jason go, please.
I didn't know he was going to go.
Great to have you on board and on the air, Strouf. I love it.
Yep, good to be here.
No, all I was going to say is the only difference is Ed Policy was here for 14 years, so he was more than familiar with all the people here, as opposed to Shawn, who obviously was not here from what did he leave, 2011 for Miami, and just returned 15 years later. So there's not that institutional knowledge that Ed Policy had of Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst and obviously Russ.
Correct. I just finished my freshman year, and he probably has no idea how. Like, I have
he might know who you are then.
No, but he doesn't know anything about my family, so it makes sense.
Well, when you meet him, I'm sure he'll ask.
Would he say, as Barry Alvarez once famously said, "Who the hell about what Ben Brust thinks"?
He might not say it yet, but I'm sure he will at some point.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure they all have. They all have. Jason, do you think being a Wisconsin native matters? Like, it seems like that was a big selling point about Shawn Eichorst. Do you think it should matter as much as it seemingly has?
Look, I think what matters, and we had, which has to be the first time in our history, like I love that we had Riley join us in person. Riley Yauk, who's a much more recent graduate of the University of Wisconsin. I didn't particularly like it when he said he was a sophomore when Luke Fickell got the job, and he said that to me, who was a freshman when Barry Alvarez got the job. But we needed somebody with a younger perspective. I mean, Tausch obviously played in the program and is a Wisconsin guy. I am a Wisconsin guy. I graduated from there. I grew up here. I've lived here my whole life. I think what matters is I think you want somebody who is not A, here to make it a stepping stone job, and B, is someone who understands the Wisconsin, not only the Wisconsin idea, as we talk about at the university, but just the Wisconsin ethos, like what it means. And that doesn't mean he's going to succeed, by the way, right? That is only one of many boxes that I personally, if I was at the University of Wisconsin in the hiring capacity, would want. I want someone who understands the history, someone who understands the challenges, someone who understands Wisconsinites and Wisconsin kids and what it means to be from here. Just like I would think, at the University of Minnesota, you're looking for the same thing, even though I don't think Row Your Boat guy has quite the same level of connectivity at Minnesota, but he's just like Barry Alvarez was not a Wisconsin guy. He went to Nebraska. He coached at Iowa. He coached at Notre Dame. Like, he wasn't a Wisconsin guy, but he became one, and now he's a Wisconsin icon. So I don't think it's a prerequisite. I do think it's an advantage, but it doesn't amount to a hill of beans if you're not good at the other parts, like making sure that not only can you get the requisite amount of money that you need to field a competitive football team plus other sports in today's NIL era, but also that you invest that money wisely, because if you get all that money and invest it poorly, you're no better off than if you hadn't gotten the money to begin with. So all that stuff matters, but the fact that he's a Wisconsin guy, the fact that he's worked here before, I do think is a positive, but it is only one thing, and he's got to do a lot of other things that people that aren't from Wisconsin could also do. He's just got to do them well.
Talking with Jason Wilde here on Kyle and Brust with Strouf in for Kyle on the Gangling guest hotline. Jason, Micah Parsons had some of his teammates out by him as they were doing some extra training and getting them to prepare maybe a little bit differently than they have in the past. Has Micah, is he just looked at, I don't know, like differently by the organization more than just the player? Like, I feel like this was not a narrative about him in Dallas, whereas almost like he wasn't a leader. It seems like he's checked off all the boxes of what you could ask for since he's been here, other than staying healthy, which maybe isn't on him.
Yeah, Ben, I'd agree. I think he's done a great job of that, and I don't think that was his reputation. Now, again, he's a younger player there, right? Like last year was his 5th season, right? If my math is correct, his rookie year was 2021. Yep. So, you do have to grow into that role, and there's certainly other strong personalities in Dallas, but there were certain, you could see it. Mr. Strouf, you've seen this on Twitter and wherever else. Like, there's a lot of Cowboys fans who view him with a much more negative, through a much more negative lens. And I would argue that as of now, he has done everything right, including the way he has embraced a leadership role and he's shepherding these young guys. Does he lay it on a bit thick at times, like with LVN? Like, I think he authentically likes Lucas Van Ness. The idea of arguing that he could be eclipsing him as their best defensive player, that seems a little bit hyperbolic to me, right? But the bottom line is that to this point, and he hasn't even been here a year. It'll be a year on August 28th. I feel like he's kind of done everything right. He's certainly played at a very high level. No one can question his work ethic or how hard he plays every time he's on the field, which I don't know if there are people that question that in Dallas or not. But the leadership role he's taken on, like Kenny Clark was like a god to these guys. Like they just, he was so perfect in that role. He was certainly not as flamboyant or demonstrative or just as effervescent as Micah Parsons is. He was a little more laid back and that kind of cool. But, the guys just loved him and had everybody over, all the defensive linemen over to his house every week and everything else. So someone needed to step into that void. And I think we've seen from Micah and from his brother that they did not think very highly of the guy that was kind of the next in line to ascend to that role, which was Rashawn Gary. Didn't seem like they thought very highly of his effort level or how much he played, or maybe how they felt he was maybe not 100% authentic with some of the stuff. So as of now, I think we look at Micah Parsons and say he's doing everything right. Now he has to sustain that though, right? And what is he like when things aren't going well? What is he like when maybe there are differences of opinion? I don't know. We haven't seen that yet because he was injured for most of the adversity. Let's not forget, this team was 9-3-1 at the time of his injury. So if they're struggling and there's things going wrong and the offense isn't playing well and whatever else, that'll be a test to see if he is still the same guy that we're all looking at and really with admiration on how he's handled himself since he got here.
Jason, last thing for me. I knew I was going to be talking to you today, and after seeing some news over the weekend, I've been itching to ask you this question since. Are you ready?
No, but go ahead.
I saw that two of my favorite players, who happen to be two of your favorite guys to talk to in the locker room, Evan Williams and Jaden Reed, both got engaged over the weekend. Both of them did. Who are you more likely to A, buy a wedding gift for, and B, get a wedding invite from?
Well, neither one of those guys are going to invite me to their wedding, and I don't want them to. I have great relationships with both of those guys. You're right. I think very highly of them. I do think it's important, and I, obviously there are some guys that I have friendships with now that are authentic friendships now that they're retired. But I feel like there's a danger with.
Are you trying to make him break the journalism code, Strouf?
I am. Yes.
Well, I think I'm going to be more. I'm going to use this as a teachable moment, because I think
I'm going to learn?
No, believe me, not for you. I think there's a lot of young people who kind of think, all right, we're cool. I was that way too, man. Like now, Antonio Freeman and I would say are friends now, Dorsey Levens and a few others, but I would say at the time, like, we were both the same age and we were kind of in the same place in our lives. But there was stuff that happened where you got to be critical. And, in the case of those two guys you mentioned, there really haven't been, right? Like, Jaden Reed, no matter what Gabe Neitzel says, has been a damn productive player for them in the 2 years before he had the broken collarbone. And then obviously last year, he was off to a pretty strong start, and I think he finished pretty well considering how much time he missed. And I think Evan Williams is one of the rising stars in this league, certainly on this team. And I thought he had a breakout season last year. But yeah, I don't foresee. I will say I'll be happy to dispense marital advice and parenting advice if they were ever to come to me, because I'm so much older than them now. But no, I don't.
So who are you happier for?
You guys know the rule, right? Like, not that Ben has to worry about it. He's married now, but you're gonna get married. Like, I don't go to weddings that the girls aren't invited to. So it's a great way to say no without having to officially say no. So Jesse still holds that against me, but I'm happy for both of them. I wish them nothing but love and success and happiness down the road.
There it is. Jason Wilde on the Yingling Guest Hotline. We appreciate the time. I'll talk to you with Kyle on Thursday.
Johnny Hedge.
Don't listen to him.
I got to tell you, for the way you build that question,
it stunk.
It was such a colossal disappointment. Like, I'm just blown away at how ridiculous that
This
was.
is your guy. Weekly Wilde guy.
Yeah, he is my guy. I love him dearly, but that was, hey.
Wait, so if I'm not inviting the girls, I shouldn't invite you?
Correct. No, you might want the invite.
Do you want the invites? Because you're on my list. It's just the girls aren't.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Okay.
I'll still get you a nice gift.
Got it.
But save the invite for.
I'm still waiting on my
I don't
nice
know who
gift.
you want. I didn't get invited to yours either.
No, I did. But you said on the air, don't, because of the girls. Same situation right here.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
Good.
Just invite Jesse in my place.
No.
Put him right next to me.
All right, bye.
See you, Jason.
All right, gotta go. See you. Take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde. Lot more to get to here. I don't even know how to explain what's happening next, other than you have to stay for what's happening next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust
I was raised by Mama Wallace, and Mama Wallace said this is absolutely unacceptable.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Are seeing big delays on southbound 41 from basically Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound's backed up between North Avenue and Capitol as well. Westbound 94 slowing just past 35th Street to about Hawley Road. Then you're good to go into Waukesha County. On the eastbound side, backing up coming out of the stadium interchange to 35th Street. And just as a heads up, we do still have 164 closed southbound just south of Rockwood Way. This is just south of Highway 18, the Waukesha bypass, and it's all because of a crash. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 63. Tomorrow sunny with a high of 83. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Celebrate and save big during Steinhaffel's Furniture and Mattress 4th of July sale. Save up to 30% store-wide, then take $75 off every $7.99 you spend. And we make buying your new room easy with our special 60-month 0% financing. Plus, take an extra 15% off our already low-priced clearance. And don't forget about the amazing doorbusters throughout the store. It's Steinhaffel's 4th of July sale. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a Superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior's worth paying for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenny's Lake Country, Maddie's in New Berlin, and Jugs Pub and Grill in Slinger. Michelob Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Kevin Rett from Mentality Men's Health. Here's what we've learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't just rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. Our physician's treatment designed to support your recovery, repair, and performance with peptide therapy. A custom plan around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field, and peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of the house this summer and enjoy a great weekend at Road America, located conveniently between Milwaukee and Green Bay in Elkhart Lake. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. Camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in racing your way. It's more than a race, it's a full-day experience. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend with Brian Redmond is coming to Road America July 16th through the 19th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
It's a winning explosion at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, Winplosion rockets in, bursting with $300,000 in cash and reward play. For your shot at winning, just play with your rewards card. Then join us for the Thursday night prize drawings. Plus, every Winplosion entry also counts toward the big WinFest Grand Finale in September. It's Winplosion. Big bang, big bucks. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've spent a lifetime putting in the work. And this 4th of July, Iron Jock is celebrating with one of our biggest deals of the summer. From June 25th through July 6th, get 40% off all Iron Jock gear with a minimum purchase of $50 using code ESPN40. Excludes clearance and gift cards. Whether you're training, traveling, grilling out, or just staying active this summer, Iron Jock gear is built to keep up. Our products are moisture-wicking, anti-static, built for performance, built to last, built in Wisconsin. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust here to talk about Road America, conveniently located between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay. You can stay for the weekend, camp on site, and bring the family because kids 16 and under getting free with a paying adult at the gate. You can enjoy the racing from all areas around the track, and Brian Redmond and the Vintage WeatherTech weekend is coming July 16th through the 29th. Come for the experience, stay for the days at roadamerica.com, roadamerica.com. Alrighty, hope everyone had a great 4th of July weekend. 7 o'clock at your TVs. United States takes on Belgium. Stroufy, rumor has it that you scared children at Summerfest.
No. Maybe. No. I don't think so. No, so Friday was off. I worked Saturday, so I had Friday off. And I went to Summerfest. Flowrider. Familiar with Flowrider,
of course.
I'm sure. It was very sweaty. It was misty. I wore a hoodie for some reason.
Why?
I'm dumb. I didn't wear an undershirt. I was like, if I wear a thin hoodie and no undershirt, in case I get cold because it's right by the lake. But then it started raining, and it was so hot. And Flowrider was overly packed. I ultimately ended up with pit passes, so I was way up front, and I got away from the crowds. Yeah, real cool, humble brag there. But prior to that, prior to meeting up with my friend with said pit passes, who I knew I was meeting up with, but not till later, I was so warm I had to take the shirt off. And I know you've given me a hard time in the past for being I look in the mirror guy. I'm not a look in the mirror guy. I never knew I looked so pregnant. I look pregnant. I have.
You went tarps off at Florida?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's how I spent my 3rd of July. But 4th of July, yes, I was tarps off at Florida. And my belly is round.
Here's the thing, though. You're not going to do anything about it.
I might start incorporating some crunches.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
When's the last workout?
We're not going to talk about that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
We're not going to talk about that.
Uh-huh.
How was your 4th of July? I saw.
No, Mr. Florida.
What do you mean? What further questions do you have?
Why did you take your shirt off?
I was overly warm. I was too warm. I couldn't handle it. I needed to take it off. I had no other options. I was worried I was going to pass out. There were so many people there.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like a panic attack.
It might have been a panic attack. I was like, whoa, this is bad. So I took it off, and somebody took a picture of me with my shirt off, and I said, let's never show that to the light of day, which I think I can direct your attention to.
Did your fiance, was she with you?
No. Yeah.
If she was with you, would you have taken your shirt off?
I probably would have been more
Why wasn't she with you?
Well.
Wait, what? Why are you pausing?
Sometimes, Ben, us as men find ourselves in the doghouse.
What? On the 4th of July weekend?
I was out by the 4th. I was just in on the 3rd. Yeah.
Okay. The age-old question is, what did you do?
I may have. So we were playing a game.
No, there's not may have. What did you do?
We have to do this. So
yes, we have to do this now.
It was bad.
CCAT goes, yes, we have to do this.
It was bad. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. All right, I'm a dumb guy. I'm very dumb. So my fiance, she was a professional dancer in the NBA. She worked for the Indiana Pacers dance team.
Cool.
Pacemates back in the day. So she is a lifelong dancer. And we were playing a game called Tapple. Have you ever heard of Tapple?
No.
So it is a circular board. It's got 20 letters on it, effectively. So I would give you a category like U.S. cities, and then you would click a letter. So I'd click M for Milwaukee or Madison. And I'd click B for Beaver Dam. And we'd go in a circle until somebody's out. We did sports, and somebody said dance, and I was kind of joking, but I was like, oh, dance isn't a sport. And
do you know that's a trigger?
I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't? You're getting married to her, and you didn't know that crapping on dance was
we don't
a
really
trigger?
argue. Now, here's the thing. This is what makes me an idiot. Is rather than being like, oh, I'm just kidding, or I'm sorry.
Did you dig in?
Oh, big time. Yeah, I wouldn't stop. I pulled, we were at a bar playing this. So
I want to hear how you dug in.
I pulled bartenders into it. And I was like, no, like I'm a musical theater kid. You know, it's art. I'm not saying I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way.
Oh yeah, you're not?
Well, yeah, I lost. So ultimately, I wound up at Summerfest without her that night.
Was she planning to go with you?
At one point, I think it was on the table. I don't know that we ever had a hard commit from her.
Did you guys talk about this?
Oh, plenty, yeah. I spent my 4th of July weekend apologizing, yes. Any further questions?
I don't think I want to know more.
How's your 4th of July?
Way better than that. I wasn't in the doghouse. I love the 4th of July.
I just looked down at my phone. I have 8 texts.
What
it's something about this chair. Kyle gets texts from baby girl.
What percentage of this argument with your fiance had to do with taking your shirt off at Florida? Was it a cry for help?
No. I was.
No, he was having a panic attack.
But it was
because
unrelated.
she was mad at
No,
him.
it was unrelated to the doghouse.
The heat, the rain, Flow Rider, and her led to, you know what? Tarps off!
Yeah,
I'm in trouble. Let's let it ride.
Liberating.
Like
Scarlett Johansson when she dances in Wedding Story.
The club can't even. I don't know that reference.
That's
very good movie with Adam Driver. And if you get it, you'd be laughing.
I give you a lot of hard times for your
deep
obscure
references. ScarJo dancing at weddings? What?
It's a meme, dude. Come on now.
The club
what is your algorithm?
The club can't even handle me right now. All right, I am uncomfortable. How was your?
Can you read any of your texts on the air? Because that's what happens. That's what happens in this chair. That's what Kyle does. He usually shows the phone and says, "Look what she's saying."
Are you kidding me? You should probably shut up like now.
So you're back in the doghouse?
Your fault.
It's not my fault. You have free will to discuss or not discuss. You could have said 5th. I got to plead the 5th, Ben.
I got to plead the 5th, Ben.
Okay, now we can move on.
How was your 4th?
It was great.
I saw some pictures of you over the weekend at a parade with your daughter. You looked like you were having more fun than your daughter.
I love the 4th of July. I had my 4th of July hat, my 4th of July shirt. I had American flags painted on my eyes. It was great.
Yeah, you looked like more of the child in the photo.
Well, I got a lot of texts that you've gone full suburban dad, and I am full suburban dad.
You are.
So
yeah,
I got to own that.
That's not surprising.
Man, I feel good. I'm not in this. And you're back in there? Woof, 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 buddy. Woof, woof, woof. Give me a bark. You're in the house.
I played the fifth.
There you go. No, let's see what kind of bark you got. Woof, woof. I would be barking at her like that when she's mad at you. Give a softer bark. Woof, woof. Yeah, that's what you're. Oh, no, it's. Poor Strouf.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Emperor Penguin. You'd be like, yes.
It looks like every other penguin.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The best summer moments aren't always planned, and that's why Carbless is made for whatever's next. Delivering bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail, Carbless is ready to go wherever summer takes you. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and only 100 calories, it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle so that you can enjoy every summer moment with Bliss. And while you're making the most of the season, try the limited-time Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack or the Lemon Iced Tea 4-pack before they're gone. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find your Bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
Enjoy Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion this Wednesday at State Fair Park. Be there this week as Rebel Grace delivers the best concert experience. Enjoy live music starting at 7 from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Rebel Grace.
This summer, celebrate our nation's 250th birthday by giving a little time back to your community. Visit volunteerwisconsin.org to find volunteering opportunities with organizations that are making a difference near you. Visit volunteerwisconsin.org or get in touch with your local United Way or Volunteer Center to find your way to get involved. Volunteerwisconsin.org is hosted by United Way of Wisconsin and Serve Wisconsin. Paid for by United Way of Wisconsin.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at walneylegal.com.
Looking for a better spot for your next team outing or client meeting? Welcome to Veer North, Milwaukee's upscale sports bar, designed for more than just game day. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Strouf. Veer North, located on Milwaukee's east side, your go-to for catching the big game, happy hour, or your next group outing. This is more than your average sports bar. Elevated food, craft cocktails, and a modern atmosphere. Perfect for off-site meetings and entertaining clients. And when the game's on, you've got the best seat in the house. Veer North, Milwaukee's east side destination for business and game day alike.
Your premier Michigan golf getaway includes rounds at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Book Monday through Wednesday for best availability. Savor elevated dining and unwind at the full-service Drift Spa between rounds. Grab quick bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Some comments on Alex Strouf shirtless on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, and they've made their way to the Carbless Talk and text line. Ben Brust with Alex Strouf as Kyle Wallace is out. And for those keeping score at home, Spain on the board in stoppage time in the second half. That would be the opponent.
Oh, no.
If the United States of America advances tonight against Belgium.
Enjoy your last few moments of Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think everybody knows who Ronaldo is.
Do you not know that there's a really famous Ronaldo from Brazil?
Well, Brazil's not playing.
I know, but you got to still respect the OG Ronaldo.
Isn't it Ronaldinho?
Yeah,
That's Ronaldinho, but there also was a Ronaldo.
I don't know that I knew this.
I think Ronaldo's a last name basis.
Yeah. Bro, am I losing my mind? And I know this is when everyone pretends to be soccer knowers.
I'm not going to pretend to be that. I think everybody knows who Ronaldo is. I don't think anybody was thinking I was talking about a different
Ronaldo in Brazil played with David Beckham on Real Madrid.
So he's already retired.
Yeah, he's 49 years old.
I just said enjoy the last moments of Ronaldo.
I know, but you made it seem like he was the only Ronaldo. And you don't even know this Ronaldo I'm talking about, which is the shocking part. Just be honest. You don't know who the Ronaldo I'm talking about
I already said that. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
This
I know
Ronaldo,
who Cristiano Ronaldo is.
I think it's just because this Ronaldo was in my prime playing days of FIFA 96.
Can we
FIFA
pull it
2000.
YouTube? Did you know there was another Ronaldo? This
No.
is the first I've learned
Pull
about
it.
this.
I mean, come on. I'm not losing my mind. Somebody.
Ronaldo is on a one-name basis, though. It's Messi or Ronaldo.
Right.
Dude, Ronaldo from Brazil is a legend. Also Ronaldinho, but Ronaldo was amazing.
Yeah, I got nothing here.
800-990-3776. Ronaldo of Brazil is also amazing, correct? Yes or no? Also amazing. I think he might be as good in his prime.
We're not polling if he's amazing. We're polling if you knew there was another Ronaldo.
But his name, in Brazil, they just have the one name on their jersey and they're known by one name.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, that's the Portugal one. The Brazil one is just Ronaldo.
No, this is just Ronaldo.
No, it is not. This is Cristiano Ronaldo. In Brazil, there was a Ronaldo. 800-990-3776. Please tell me that this Ronaldo was also amazing. Because I want to make sure I'm not losing my mind based off the youth. What are you guys both? 26? Are you guys both the same age?
27.
27 as well, yes.
All right. Oh. Nobody's. All right, there. Okay, thank you, Tyler and Bayview. Ben is right. Thank God. Who's on? David and Kenosha. Am I losing my mind on the Carbless Talk and text line?
No, you're not. I grew up with Ronaldo from Brazil. He's my favorite player of all time. And he's probably one of the best players of all time.
All right,
so no,
dumb brain moment by me.
Thank you. I thought he was one of the best of all time, and then now I'm getting Ronaldo, singular version, Cristiano Ronaldo.
In my defense, I think you were off a couple weeks ago when I said this. I'm like a presidential voter when it comes to soccer. I come around once every 4 years.
That's fine.
And this is probably only my third or fourth World Cup I've paid attention.
Nothing wrong with being a bandwagon FIFA World Cup guy. Nothing wrong with it. And that's not a joke.
Go USA!
We'll talk to you at 94.5 ESPN, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee in 2 minutes.
We are seeing big delays on southbound 41 from basically Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound's backed up between North Avenue and Capitol as well. Westbound 94 slowing just past 35th Street to about Hawley Road. Then you're good to go into Waukesha County. On the eastbound side, backing up coming out of the stadium interchange to 35th Street. And just as a heads up, we do still have 164 closed southbound just south of Rockwood Way. This is just south of Highway 18, the Waukesha bypass, and it's all because of a crash. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 83. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour is brought to you by Siding Unlimited, the 5-time winner of the National Pella Platinum Premium Certified Contractor of the Year. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
I didn't sign up for this. It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KNB. Okay, I was told I have to rap now. Okay, here we go. Excuse me.
Slow down a little bit.
Giannis is gone. The drama is done. But it's okay because we're going to have fun. It's Kyle and Brust on a Monday. Tonight we cheer. Go USA.
Oh! Bars, keep going.
I don't think I can go anymore.
Keep going.
I can't go anymore.
Give me something on Flow.
Flo Rida?
I saw Flow Rida, but we got a better flow.
That doesn't rhyme. Then we're gonna go. I don't know how to rap. I'm done here.
A for effort for Alex Strouf. We've had a lot of different people join on the
Did Jesse rap last week?
No. What does Jesse Nelson do best?
Accents. He does accents.
Did you hear her?
No.
Oh, this is a treat, especially with how much you love Jesse Nelson. Jesse Nelson, producer of Wildy and Tausch, joined me on Tuesday of last week.
So I do want to. I assume you're going to play it for me.
Sure.
If you have the ability to do
yeah,
it.
Why not?
I will say this. I love Jesse. I love Jesse Nelson as a human being.
But, Kyle.
Jesse is very lazy as a teammate, as a coworker. And so the years I spent with him, he would frustrate the hell out of me. But like my list of people I enjoy like getting a drink after work with, he's very high on that list.
What?
Yeah.
Can't say that I've ever had a drink with Jesse.
Never?
Never.
Oh, I have several times. We used to live very close to
boundaries.
each other.
I have boundaries.
No, I don't, as you know. But like after a few brewskis, if he starts breaking out his accents, it does make you giggle.
Wow. You know what a comedian's best friend is? A drunk audience.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And you know what? For Jesse, it works.
Jesse Nelson, bring us into the 414 Hour 4, bud.
If you want to talk LeBron or college athletics or maybe even some soccer, then you're in the right spot. It's the 414 Hour at 4 on Kyle and Brust.
College athletics. Oh, wow, that's good.
That was good.
That was good.
That was. For reference, this is also what he's done in the past.
It's the 414 Hour at 4.
on KBN. He just bails at the end. Oh, that's the best. That's good stuff.
Give me the Boston one more time. It's so, I give credit where credit due. He can be funny. Well, that's my reaction, I guess.
If you're not in Beaver Dam or in Madison, if you want to talk LeBron or college athletics or maybe even some soccer,
LeBron,
then you're in the right spot. It's the 414 hour at 4 on Kyle and Brust.
Oh.
I can't wait for Kyle to listen to all these when he gets back. And if you want to talk some Giannis, we got some Giannis.
Kyle is a Boston.
Then it turns into Southern Kyle
or Australian.
Goes from Boston to Southern Kyle.
But he does a
quick.
Boston. Where do you want to go here, bud?
Well, I know where I'm going. Where we're going is Giannis. I said if you want to talk Giannis, if you want to talk some Giannis, he didn't go to Boston.
You're in the right spot.
He went to Miami. And he said goodbye to Milwaukee.
Okay, stop it.
You're laughing.
I need to focus on the text.
He said goodbye.
Stop it.
He said see you later.
I need to focus on the show.
He said I love you, but I got to go win a second championship.
I don't know if this is
That
good.
dipped into something else.
It all reverts to Borat for me when I start losing it.
That is true. Can attest.
Giannis is going to Miami. He likes a Pat Riley. He wants the championship.
Stop.
He's Pamela. He's the Larry O'Brien.
You can hear the sound of radios across southeastern Wisconsin clicking off.
So let's hear from Giannis himself.
Which one do you want to? We got a lot.
His goodbye sob story.
Oh, my God. We got a text from Kyle. He said Jesse is the best. That's all he said.
Let's hear Giannis on his goodbye to all of you.
In the state of Wisconsin, I want them to remember this. For me, don't worry about the basket. Don't worry about the championship. Don't worry about the winnings. Don't worry about the losses. I try to be like them. I believe the city of Milwaukee is blue collar. It's people that work extremely hard every single day. They give all the hard-earned money is to come watch the Milwaukee Bucks, to come and feel something, to come to be a part of us. I hope that I was able to represent them best that I could, and I was like them. I showed up to work, did everything that I was willing to do, all the dirty work, just like them. I hope that bringing the trophy to this city meant something to them, because it meant so much to me. I want you to hear it from my mouth. The city of Milwaukee will always be in my heart. This is my home, and this is a place that I had my kids. My mom is here. My father is here, my brothers played here. They made me the man that I am today. That will never, ever change. No matter where I am, Milwaukee will always be my city, my team, my family.
That was Giannis Antetokounmpo playing the piano and also sharing with you why he's so sad to leave the city.
The pianist is Giannis. He was actually playing it in the video, too.
Yeah, no, he's very talented.
You know, since I didn't see the video, I'm only hearing it.
Yeah.
You've changed my takeaway.
Perspective.
Well, no, I think the goosebumps on my arm mean something else now. He's a beautiful pianist.
He's Stevie Wonder.
Right. Is that the only pianist you can name?
Elton John.
Sure. Yep. He does have the song. Yep. How about
Billy
Beethoven?
Joel.
Beethoven?
Billy Joe, Piano Man.
Oh, he's got the song. Yeah.
So again, when I heard this the first time, I'm not gonna lie, it's a really well put together goodbye from Giannis. It does sit a little bit weird though, because of the way that he said it's still my city and the conversation that we had earlier in the show about this.
It'll always be a city, though.
I know it'll always be his city, but he also didn't want to be there anymore. So I don't like the saying it will always be my team.
Well, you hold on a minute, Mr. Journalist. You were reported as saying he wants to be in Milwaukee, just not with the Bucks.
Correct, but he's not.
Right,
anymore.
but that devalues the point you just made. It will always be his city because he always wanted it to be his city. Just the Bucks situation was so it just reached a point of no return where they could never win another championship with Giannis being their focal point.
I just feel like, again, going back to try and we've done the what move would you undo if you could, looking back at the Bucks. Like, to me, the championship window was probably over once Damian Lillard was stretched and waived.
You mean last offseason?
Yes. Once that was done, once they moved Dame, you shouldn't need to sign Miles Turner. And the reason why I can say that, like, well, of course that's easy to say now. Of course it is, but also with what we know from the Journal Sentinel article, the makeup of the team last year, even with Miles Turner, I don't know how both Giannis and the organization both thought another year made more sense. From Giannis' standpoint, and he was injured this past year, but it did cut off time with a new team to start building towards a championship.
Sure.
And there probably would have been more offers and better offers on the table in the offseason of last year than the offseason of this year. 2 years on the deal versus 1 year. You can get more assets because of that. So it just sucks sort of seeing this all at the end and now moving on and thinking to myself, like, based off what a waste it was for both. Like, let's be like, if I asked you, was last year a waste for Giannis? The answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was last year a waste for the Bucks? Mm-hmm. The answer is yes. So to me, looking back now, it's hard not to think, with all we know about the lack of communication that there was.
Actually, hold on. I don't know that it was a total waste for the Bucks.
How?
Because they had a lottery pick. They had their own draft pick for the first time in how many years? And by shutting Giannis down, they made the right pivot, right? Because you're right. They went into the season with championship expectations, or at least we're going to compete in the East. When they realized that clearly wasn't going to happen, given all the injuries to Giannis.
Were they not protected in the top three?
Yeah.
They probably could have moved him and still ended up not as bad as they were, because when he played, they still sucked.
No, that's true, Ben. But I think you are approaching this very much with a hindsight as 2020 lens,
but I'm not,
which I don't think is the correct approach.
But I'm not, because I'm reading what both Giannis and the organization felt heading into this past season, which was it wasn't going to work, so they just delayed the inevitable.
No,
they delayed the inevitable, and neither one of them had the stones to do what was best for either Giannis or the Bucks.
I think it would
have been best for both of them to move on, and they both knew that, but they both didn't have the stones to do what is hard to do, and that's to break up.
I think Giannis probably had that perspective more so than the Bucks, because the Bucks were still in a win now mode. I think when it was
they
final,
weren't in a win now
the
mode.
Organization
they were make
it was
Giannis
inevitable.
happy mode.
Right, but
that
they were
is
in
not
2021 too.
But there was a real chance to win a championship around the roster. There was no real chance to win a championship heading into this past season, which is why I'm saying what I'm saying now. And
there was a lot of 2023-24 Packers mindset for last season, where I think it was, if this guy takes a step, if Ryan Rollins becomes the most improved player, if Kevin Porter Jr. finally puts it all together, if Bobby Portis can.
But those are all not real ifs. Like, the ifs we talk about with the Packers, there's also 22 guys, so you can say those ifs about a lot of guys, and you also have other guys that are established and good, and the reason why they're a winning organization, made the playoffs. This was not a product that was going to do something that Giannis wanted to accomplish, was to win a championship. Again, they weren't going to win a championship with who they had, and all those ifs you put out there. Even if all those ifs did happen, if Ryan Rollins was the most improved player and KPJ put it all together, they weren't beating the Knicks, the Spurs, or any of those teams, even teams in the East. And I mentioned the Spurs in the finals, so that's who ended up being there. They were going to beat any teams in the East, even if all those things panned out the way you said. That's why I'm saying it sucks that they both couldn't swallow their pride, both Giannis and the Bucks, and move on when it would have been best for everybody.
I still struggle with, I don't think the Bucks even view it at this point as the best for everybody. They probably have talked themselves into the acceptance phase of this is what's best for us. But when a player transforms your organization the way that Giannis transformed the Bucks, I mean, he's on levels with, guys, Steph Curry and the Warriors, right? I mean, we're talking levels of Magic Johnson, Lakers transformation. We are talking Bill Russell. That's the level of transformation. Obviously, not the title of the amount of titles that Bill Russell or Magic or any of those guys won, but he took the Bucks from anonymity, irrelevance, to a real-time player year in and year out. He transformed the downtown of Milwaukee, right? We've talked about these points over and over again. The level in which Giannis saved the Bucks in Milwaukee, saved basketball in Milwaukee, and changed the future of the franchise, the Bucks were probably in a spot where it's like, we should never let him go. He should be Steph Curry and the Warriors.
That's not good business, though.
He should be Kobe Bryant.
That's
and the
emotional. That's not what good business people do. They take the emotion out of it and set themselves up for a better future. Now, let's put it in perspective for C-Cat, myself, and you. Because Steve is talking our language on the Carbless Talking text line. Bucks fans are like the kids in the divorce. An afterthought.
Yes and no.
What do you mean yes and no?
They didn't stay together for the kids, though.
Yeah, right. They didn't stay together for kids.
More often than not, they stay together for the kids.
Mine did.
Now I just didn't get picked up from middle school soccer practice.
Yeah.
Did you have a bike? Did you get
Nope,
home?
and it's raining.
No, I bet he had another parent pick him up. The last parent there was like, I'll give you a ride.
No, not last parent. Coach.
Oh,
where they can't leave until all kids
and then
are
you
picked
moved
up, or
into
they're
the
liable.
coach's house, and then you
It was a whole-
emancipated.
it was a whole thing.
Yep.
So this is how it happened for you. You emancipated? That's crazy.
No.
Either way, I understand what's done is done. I just want to be very clear that I think the Bucks and Giannis both missed an opportunity for the organization and his future.
Yeah, I think the trade deadline was the time. And that was your probably get out of jail free card. If you view it as last offseason, I think the trade deadline is probably the time they should have pulled the trigger. And ultimately, that's what led to so much panic and disarray and disagreement and hatred just about on both sides. Because Giannis wanted to play. They didn't let him play. They wouldn't let him play with his brothers. And that was the final. If there wasn't already a final,
if there
that
already
was
wasn't, they were already past the point of divorce, and then they got to the point where it's like, all right,
it's a nasty divorce.
Let's get this we're actually going to do this the wrong way and just do it emotionally in the courtroom,
right?
And just get it done with. Like we got to sign and move on. Right. Like whatever happens. That I'm familiar with.
Goodness, it's a trauma dump in this first segment. Everybody all right?
Of course. Brian and Lake Mills, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Benny, I'm with you on this one. I almost think you could say that the kids we were last year. I think the parents were trying last year to get along, and it didn't work out. And then the kids weren't part of the equation anymore, and that was him getting traded.
Yeah,
so
egos got in the way. Egos got in the way, and the PR battle became not wanting to lose. Bucks didn't want to trade Giannis. Giannis didn't want to be the bad guy in Milwaukee.
He still doesn't want to be the bad guy in Milwaukee. And that's probably the most troublesome part still to this day for me, Ben, is the fact that he has still refused to say the quiet part out loud. Now, it seems like this Jim Paschke interview, which I'm sure we'll get to at some point this hour, that Giannis's camp released, he's talking about, the grass might not always be greener, but he would regret not taking the chance. So it was clear he requested a trade. He just never did it publicly because he wanted to maintain his reputation. Now, that Jim Owczarski article that came out a couple of weeks ago may have hurt his reputation a little bit amongst Bucks fans.
All right, here's what I want from you, Alex Strouf, coming up next. You, myself, and many others feel like it's a wrongdoing based off the way that the MLB has their All-Star Game system of voting.
Understatement.
Bryce Terang not being a part of the All-Star Game. I'm a big proponent of this, and I don't always live up to it. But if you're not going to like something, what's the solution? What would you change so that something like this doesn't happen, where you only have Misiorowski and Contreras representing the Brewers in the All-Star Game? What's your solution to why Bryce Terang is going to be in, when he's deservingly so, should be in with the current voting system they have next?
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
Payback is I sure have. I still got a video from a lady talking crazy to me. I said, "Oh, ma'am, I am writing a review."
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, still a hefty ride from before Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound from about Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. Southbound 43 got backups from just before Good Hope to Bender Road, then back on the brakes just before Capitol Drive, all the way down through the Marquette past Chase Avenue. We've got the northbound side pretty clear right through the Marquette all the way past Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by MoMA. Tweak your knee, shoulder, back, ankle, or foot. MoMA connects walk-in, orthopedic care, and sports medicine to help you get back in the game. Call or walk in today. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 83. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union. On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Ready for a weekend you won't forget? Get to the Brewers series against the Rockies Friday, July 24th through Sunday the 26th. There's a game for every fan. See a Brewers postgame alumni legends game on Friday. Then collect a Brewers Guess Who giveaway Saturday night, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Looking for an unbeatable family day? Join the crew Sunday when the first 5,000 kids get a local artist t-shirt giveaway designed by Unfinished Legacy. Get tickets at brewers.com.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Zocalo Milwaukee, Social House Menominee Falls, Nomad World Pub Milwaukee, and Three Lions Shorewood. Michelob Ultra, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Wisconsin State Fair turns 175 this summer, and we only get better with age. Join us for 11 days of fun, iconic traditions, grand champion moments, and food that's absolutely worth the hype. Celebrate 175 years together and get your tickets today at wistatefair.com. Wisconsin State Fair, presented by T-Mobile, August 6th through 16th. We'll see you there.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joint pain is awful when you're the one who's fighting through it, but I'm betting you're not the only ones affected by it. Maybe someone you love struggles with joint pain. You see what they've stopped doing. And it's July. You need to be outside, moving, playing, living, going to concerts and taking your shirt off like my co-host. But you're sitting out. And it's Ben Brust here to tell you how to get that life back. At QC Kinetics, that's what's happening. People are stuck in their cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, and they're finally stepping out of that with regenerative treatments done right in the office. No surgery, lung recovery, or putting anything on hold. Just relief. That inflammation eases. And we hear it all the time. He's back! That's what QC Kinetics can do. So if this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. They offer free consultations if you're a good candidate. That's QC Kinetics at 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. Many people are upset that Bryce Durang is not an all-star, including the host with me to my right, Alex Strouf, who's in for Kyle Wallace. If you're going to be upset, tell me how you're going to fix it.
Yeah, we got to get rid of fan voting. It's idiotic. It's outdated. It doesn't make any sense. We're just going to get the most popular fan because baseball, unlike like the National Football League or the NBA, is so regional. It's 162 game season, right? Like there are very few and far between Ben Brusts who are turning on MLB big inning at night and watching all 30 teams on a regular basis. Whereas obviously the NFL, there's only 16 games. Everybody's kind of getting everything. Baseball is so individualized by your own fan base. So the big markets, the big fan bases are clearly going to lead the fan voting, and that determines the starters. There's 4 Dodgers starting in the NL. Not to say they're not deserving, because obviously they're a very good team, but that's just going to be the case. There's 2 Braves, including Ozzie Albies, who's starting at second base. And he's not deserving. He's not a bad player, but he's probably the 3rd or 4th best second baseman in the National League. So we have to get rid of the fan voting first off and foremost. Maybe we do it after the rosters are finalized and then we determine the starters based off that if you want to keep fan interaction. But fan voting is an atrocity. It doesn't work. It doesn't actually mean anything. And neither does the All-Star game these days because they took away the home field advantage portion of the All-Star game. But the honor means something. There's payments involved in that. Players get incentives based on that. So being an All-Star should mean something. Don't turn this into the Pro Bowl. Don't turn this into a meaningless we're just happy to be here game, right? Like we all joked a couple of years ago when Rashawn Gary was a Pro Bowler, but he did deserve that. He wasn't just because he got fan votes like Ozzie Albies. So that's my first portion. I would get rid of the fan voting portion to determine the All-Star starters. Secondly, I don't know how the players got it wrong. Don't get me like Luis Ariz is what, probably the second best second baseman in the NL. Bryce is number 1.
From a hitting standpoint, he still has a high average, and you know,
I don't even think I think he's more deserving than Ozzie Albies is to be an All-Star. But the players picked Ariz over Terang. I don't know how they got that one wrong. But
I think it's the players and others that like somewhere in the MLB.
And
like
then
there's like
I know
like
the
a
pitchers and the
committee or
rest
something.
is picked by the MLB front office, but it's just frustrating. So fan voting is my biggest gripe.
My half-baked idea is to put a cap on a percentage of market size. So Philly
Too complicated.
Yeah, but they can vote as many times as they want, but based off the market size, if you're the number 1 market, you're going to have way more people voting for you.
So you're doing curved voting?
Curved voting. Well, better chance
What if I'm a Dodgers fan that lives in Mexico? Or a Yankees fan that lives in Mexico, whatever, right? Or I'm a
okay, that was my first half-baked
I'm a
idea.
Braves fan that lives in Canada because you can't do it regionally.
Next, what I want is, I don't know why it has to be NLAL.
It's
Once
just
you get
who
all,
gets in,
once you get all of the players, captains.
like the NBA.
Yes, that would be fun.
I think it's worth trying.
Try something
because given that the game no longer has
they used
to play for.
Can you believe they used to play for home field advantage?
Yeah, that's awesome. And that would, and by the way, I don't know if we'll get to this, but I know you talked about it a little bit last week when it came out initially. Jacob Misiorowski likely not going to pitch in the All-Star game if there's no rainouts this week. He's slated to pitch, I think, tomorrow and Sunday, which means he wouldn't be able to pitch in next week's All-Star game.
Which I'm fine with because that's what matters most for the Brewers is his arm. He's already pitching more innings. He's on pace to pitch way more innings than he did last year in AAA playoffs and regular season combined.
And
just in the regular season.
If home field advantage still mattered, by the way, Jacob Misiorowski would be pitching next week. He would still be available.
Definitely.
If they did the drafting thing, I think it's less likely, but maybe more likely than it is now because it just means nothing. You're still an All-Star even if you don't play. So, okay, I don't totally hate the half-baked idea. We have to abolish the fan voting. That's the biggest disservice to these guys.
The biggest gripe that I have, as Ken in the 608 calls it out, is the Blue Jays are around 500 and they have 4 players starting. 4 players.
Yeah.
I don't. Is it starting or in? The
I think it's total. They have 2 starting.
Yeah, 2 starting. And again, Ernie Clement being one of them. Now we're getting to it. It proves the point that again. Big market.
It's a popularity contest. It's like prom court, right? Like that's what we're doing at this point.
But that was my next point about Jacob Misiorowski is I think you'd understand this, but it also wouldn't matter because the amount of national TV games is slim to none, right? They ESPN Sunday Night Baseball is now like NBC, and they've had some of those games on Peacock.
Yep.
not just
Yesterday
on
being one of
cable
them.
television. And so when I say that, I was like, okay, it would have been great for a league in Major League Baseball that has a ton of momentum, despite the lockout looming, that like engagement's up, fan engagement, the pitch clocks help. Like people love their teams and they're watching a lot of their baseball. I want to see the stars play on the biggest stage in front of the most amount of people. So it's sad to me that if you are a fan of, I don't know, pick a team. Pick a team.
Twins.
The Twins don't see Jacob Misiorowski. And if, say, in a 3-game series that they play the Brewers, they may not see Jacob Misiorowski. So you have one of
I
the
think he's probably a bad example, but I get what you're saying. Because he's breaking records and people are so unbelievably aware of who he is.
They're seeing the highlights and aware, but they're not actually getting to watch him do what he does because they're just, like you said, are you watching Christopher Sanchez?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's also a very good pitcher who gave up 9 runs, 9 earned runs
Helped
in
the
3
Cy Young
1/3
race.
today, which helps out Jacob Misiorowski to this point of winning the Cy Young. But I would love for Jacob Misiorowski to be highlighted so people could actually see him work on the national stage. That's the only thing from the sport of baseball of growing it and making it better, but it doesn't help the Brewers.
I just love hearing this, C-Cat. This guy's a lover of the game of baseball. He just wants to see the game grow.
Wow.
Just a baseball lover.
I do, but tell me you if you didn't get a chance to see Jacob Misiorowski pitch as much as we do, and we make a point to tell you when he's pitching.
It's like the circus bearded lady. Like, you got to come see it.
You just going Greatest Showman on me there?
I didn't see that movie.
Oh, that was just a circus reference. That's
Yeah.
all it was. It had nothing to do with your favorite movie.
I know, he went with a deep reference earlier, so I had to see where his brain was today.
Yeah, I struggle a lot with the fan voting portion of this because you saw the results and you saw early on, right? We did the campaign a few weeks ago. Make sure you're voting 5 times a day, which I blame you, by the way, because I don't think you voted 5 times every day. I was here yesterday, and our news director, Tiff, at WTMJ, our sister station, she was in there, and she was like, well, I did my part. I voted every day for every Brewer. And I said, I did too, every day, 5 times.
Yeah, but guess what? Everyone in all those other markets that are bigger are doing that as well.
Yeah, but you weren't doing it in this market.
I wouldn't have made the difference. Sam in the Night 2-0 chimes in.
100 votes goes a long way, Benny.
On the Carlos
Bryce
Talking
only
text
missed by
line
so
to
much.
you, Strophy. The popularity contest is what makes the All-Star game, though. It's a game where all the players that the fans want to see get to play. No one cares about seeing Terang.
Yeah, I think that's wrong. Aaron Judge cares about seeing Terang. Aaron Judge spoke glowingly about him. The biggest stars in the game were looking at Bryce Terang during the World Baseball Classic going, whoa, this guy's a stud. This guy's good. He's going to have a great season. And he has had a great season. He has an all-star season, and he's not an all-star. That's a huge disservice to an up-and-coming star for the Milwaukee Brewers, who, by the way, have been one of the NL's best teams consistently 4 years in a row. So don't sit here and tell me nobody wants to see Terang when he's one of, if not the best up-and-coming star on the roster that's been the best in the National League for 4 years.
You're doing the Brewers fan thing right now. Others don't want to see him because they don't know about him.
Oh,
That's
they
my
want to
overall
see
point.
Ozzy Albies, who's been worse than him in every metric?
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying like that's what's going to happen is us, we know because we see it all the time because we watch in our local market. Others aren't going to know because baseball doesn't do a good enough job of getting the best names in front of the television of others.
But they did earlier this year. I referenced the World Baseball Classic. That had great viewership. People were watching.
Unfortunately, what I've now added to my half-baked idea is not possible, but vote the starters in, captain's picks for the rest of the reserves.
Yeah, that's going to be
the Ryder Cup.
No, that'll be a favoritism contest. That you just
I
pick all
know,
your
I know.
teammates.
I'm trying. Again, we're just spitballing.
No,
man.
obviously you have to keep the rule of every.
We're just spitballing.
Well, no, you have to keep you keep the rule. All 15 teams in each league has to have a representative, so you could maybe get somewhere near there. The captain's thing, though, because with the leftover spots, they're just going to draft their teammates. So it doesn't suck. I like it better than the curved.
It doesn't suck.
I like it better than the curved voting. I like that one better.
Curved voting for popularity with
that sucks.
captain's pick.
No, the curved voting is impossible to execute. But the other piece I do like. I don't hate as long as you keep all 15 teams need a representative rule. Maybe you expand the rosters a little bit, and you can only draft so many of your team. And there's something there. I think there's something there.
Glass half full from Matt. Shh. If they don't make the All-Star game, we can pay them less. I don't think that's how it works. I think the scouts are really smart. I think they know who the best players are.
No, I think Bryce Throwing is going to make good money no matter whether or not he is an all-star, which ultimately I imagine he still will be with opt-outs and things like that.
We'll see.
I would imagine so, but we will see. It's mind-boggling to me that he missed the All-Star game this year.
I feel like 5 years ago or even 10 years ago, small market fan bases would band together to get their guys into the All-Star game. I didn't see that this year. Who are some allies that we can lock arm in arm with and say, listen, we'll vote for your guys, you vote for our guys?
That's a great point.
Yeah, but also I don't want to vote for their guys if I don't want to see them.
The Brewers and Guardians have done it in past years, which I don't know that the Guardians are as good as they have been in past years. They're still okay, right? They're not in the lead of the AL Central. It's still the White Sox.
This is lobbying, though. Like, we'll get your guys in. That's okay.
But I know the Brewers and Guardians have done this in past years.
I would say it and not vote for them. That's the problem.
You didn't vote in general.
Okay, don't take it out on me. You already took your anger out. Don't take it out on me.
Can you tell this really frustrates me?
Did you like when we cut into Wheel of Strouf?
What do you mean?
You're cutting into Catastrophic with CCAT.
I'm sorry.
Coming up next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Man, Kyle, do you ever know what you're talking about?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41. Gotta tell you, we've got big delays from Good Hope Road pretty much all the way down through to Capitol Drive. Once you get past that, you're good to go all the way down till just before the Hale where it starts to tighten up a bit. Northbound on 41, you got backups from North Avenue up past Burleigh. Southbound 43, still heavy from just before Good Hope Road to Bender, and then back on the brakes from Capitol Drive all the way to the KK River crossing. Other than that, eastbound 94, a little bit tight from Hawley Road to about 35th, westbound from just west of 27th Street to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 63. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 83. Weather is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. Your perfect Wisconsin summer starts at Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy boating, golf, spa treatments, and lakeside relaxation on Delavan Lake. Visit lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. For our guys wanting to lean up and preserve their muscle mass, nothing is more powerful than combining testosterone therapy with GLP-1s. The TRT builds muscle and fuels metabolism, while GLP-1s target fat stores of the body. Clients currently combining these two revolutionary treatments look better than they have in years. This treatment isn't for everyone, only the guys that want next-level results. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Jonathan Zaslow.
I think that LeBron to Miami is a very real thing. I think that the Miami Heat have absolutely portrayed themselves as a team that is trying to sign LeBron, and a team that is known for a little bit now that they have a real chance at signing LeBron James. I mean, I think there are a few tea leaves that they've put out there, a few Easter eggs, if you will, that if you want to connect the dots, you could see, oh, they are behaving like a team who believes they have a real shot at signing LeBron James. And if you look at just roster-wise, he fits in perfectly, and especially because the Heat's two best players, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo, are big guys, where LeBron would not have to play big. He would not have to guard those huge guys. He wouldn't have to pound down low because the other two guys are the big anchors on the team, and I think that's very attractive.
Andy Ortiz, when I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle and Brust, no Kyle. Alex Strouf in for him. Time now to hear from C-Cat. I want your opinion on this open, Strouf. We're catastrophic.
Barely keeping Kyle and Brust on the air.
You decided to marry her. You decided to put the baby inside of her.
I love the NFL.
And somehow still finding time to judge the world around him.
You poked the bear. I'll do you one better.
It's internet nonsense, personal life calamity, and everyday situations made awkward for absolutely no reason. With C-Cat, this is catastrophic.
The cat scared me. Ben, the definition of calamity. You can't use words that are too big for him.
Wait, what?
He doesn't know what calamity means.
That's not the name of the segment.
You're right, but in the open, he asked for my thoughts, and it said something about calamity.
Oh. I guess I forgot what the script said at the open. So, calamity.
Catastrophic, this guy.
Yeah. Well, when scrolling my phone all weekend long, because I don't have much of a social life, I came across this. Did you know America is putting into the ground in Philadelphia a 900-pound time capsule?
I did hear about this.
It's filled with items from all 50 states of the United States of America. It's going to be reopened in 2276.
Will we exist was my first question.
You do the math there, pal. That's 250 years from now.
Society.
Oh.
Humans or like?
I thought you meant us. I was like, oh.
I don't know. I'm looking for an endorsement on like living longer. Do they have any of those?
Oh,
places?
did you see the guy that like brags on the internet about how he's going to live forever and he's got his stomach is eating itself? Did you hear about this guy?
Are you happy that he's like?
Yeah. Why do you sound
No.
thrilled?
He's on an IV and all.
I found him rather off-putting. I hope he's okay. I think he will.
Reminds
be
me
okay.
a lot of you.
He said he's going to find the cure and everything, but yeah. Anyway,
so
what was your
items
question?
from every single state in the United States of America. I am going to task you, Alex Strouf, and you, Ben Brust, to speak for Wisconsin. What items should go into that time capsule? I've never been a part of a time capsule. I wish to be a part of one someday, but I wasn't asked for this one. And I think you guys should.
I did the green and gold time capsule.
Why would he know that?
I'm telling him.
Okay.
Just, I mean.
You said, did you know?
He was in the company. I don't know if he ever listened to other shows. Buried our season-long predictions for the Green Bay Packers.
This was what year?
24.
The year after Anders Carlson's rookie year.
It's 24.
Because we said, I know one of them will Anders Carlson be the kicker at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Dug a hole in my backyard in which that area is tough.
Has it recovered?
Did you call before you dig? It's for a big thing. You can't call. You can't dig into
I'm
an oil
glad
line
you
or
asked
something.
that. I asked him the same question. Guess what he didn't do?
Call.
Didn't call. So everything's good except the dogs have made that an area that they.
Oh, well, at least they get some use out of it.
Yeah, except it just like anytime I try and do
So
something
if you
with
bring
it,
back the Green and Gold time capsule this year,
I have a
head start
spot to go to.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a time capsule, we
Yeah.
can do a time capsule.
Okay. What's something that is quintessential Wisconsin in the year 2026?
Well, you can't. The issue is I want to go food or beer. I guess you could do beer. Maybe a Packers cheesehead.
Ooh.
That's what you want people to unveil in 250 years?
It's got to separate Wisconsin from Illinois, Indiana, and every other state.
We are the best cheese state.
Is it cold?
It's in the ground.
Expand upon that.
I guess cheese wouldn't last 250 years.
Yeah, it would mold.
A really aged cheddar. Yeah. Really, really aged.
From Mother Earth.
What about pull tabs? I feel like that's a
good.
big.
That's a good one.
That's a really good.
That's a really good one.
Checking Wisconsin cards on the way out.
But would they know it's from Wisconsin?
Well, it has the address in the back, I think.
Put it in a Ziploc that has every state
it says Wisconsin?
Sure, yeah. In this scenario, sure.
I would just put a note that said, have the Brewers won a World Series yet?
Wow. Okay.
He sucks at this.
We got one more thing for you before we get to Brian Bulaga, because last night, England was ridiculous. If you didn't watch it, you missed out on an all-time great game. It was fun. It was fiery. It was in Azteca, whatever the name of the Mexico City Stadium is.
Yep,
all right.
You nailed it, yep.
England won against all odds on road turf, but they didn't win all the way because post-game, during the celebrations, one of their midfielders, Jordan Henderson, went to jump over a sign, slipped, fell, and broke his wrist. And he is out for the remainder of this World Cup. And the highlight just played on the YouTube stream. Subscribe, ESPN Milwaukee, if you haven't yet. How do you answer to your team if you're Jordan Henderson?
You don't. You just get roasted.
Yeah.
You just get roasted.
Yeah, you don't. It was incredible to see how immediately.
What did Homer just give you?
A gift card. Ted's.
Did you win a bet?
No. He's just being a nice
guy?
fella. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
So the thing. So I saw this last night. Shout out to his teammate that immediately waved over a trainer. But also, just unfortunate luck.
Something that you would do.
Yeah, probably on par. I've never broken an actual bone. I've broken both of my pinkies twice.
Is that not an actual bone?
Yeah, it's
an actual bone in your body.
Comparatively to a wrist, though. Like, that's a lot more problematic.
Ben, have you ever celebrated and then hurt yourself celebrating the Kendrys Morales situation?
No. Who's the kicker as well?
Gramatica?
Martin Gramatica. Tear the ACL on the celebration. I have never.
Ooh.
You want me to have been hurt celebrating?
Wish you had a great story for me.
I don't, and it's a good thing.
Swing and a miss by you.
I guess actually, when I broke my ankle, I broke it blocking a guy's shot off the backboard, and I came down and my ankle hit the ground and broke. I got up and celebrated.
And then went, uh-oh.
And then I started walking and hobbling. I had to fall to the ground. So, kinda.
Okay.
If that counts.
You exasperated that injury.
That was sad. Because then I sat down with a trainer, and I was like, I think I'm good because there was no pain. Set my foot on the ground. Ah!
Yeah,
broken.
Good stuff.
Brian Bulaga is going to give our Discount Liquor soccer update because he's our soccer guy. He knows more about soccer, I think, than anybody on our airwaves. He's going to join Homer in the Homer Hour as well. He's next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
But then when you whoa,
so whoa off now.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
I'm with Eric, Director of Research for Good Karma Brands. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Eric, what does partner mean to you?
Partner isn't just out for them. The partner cares about how we solve our problems, and it can be a mutually beneficial relationship from there on.
And I understand throughout the more than 15-year partnership between Good Karma Brands and James Imaging Systems, you have shared many core values.
Absolutely. Work hard, be honest, over-deliver, follow through, listen, teamwork.
Eric, summarize your overall business technology partnership with James Imaging Systems for me.
Outstanding. As we've grown tremendously and you guys have still been able to meet our needs each step of our growth, that's huge.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You never know when someone you care about might need a place like Curative Care. For more than a century, Curative Care has been helping children, adults, and families across southeast Wisconsin navigate developmental disabilities and find the support they need to thrive. They help families every step of the way, from early childhood through adulthood. They connect parents with resources, provide guidance through challenging times, and create a community where people truly belong. If you know someone who may be looking for answers and support for a loved one with developmental disabilities, visit curative.org. That's curative.org. Do it today.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. If you're planning an annual meeting, leadership summit, product launch, or trade show, you already know the pressure is on. Events by Design takes those high-stake moments and turns them into immersive experiences that energize your audience and elevate your brand. They handle everything: designing, planning, production, ensuring your event is executed seamlessly. No stress, no scrambling, just a memorable experience that delivers. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us on Kyle and Brust, no Kyle Alex Strouf in for him, is Brian Bulaga, the Super Bowl champ. Brian, Spain wins. United States plays at 7 o'clock. How are you feeling?
I'm excited for it. I'm ready. Yeah, I mean, that Spain game kind of seals the deal for whoever goes through this game. You know, the States or Belgium, you kind of get to know your opponent before you even go into it. And not that they're thinking about that or they shouldn't be thinking about that, but you have an idea of what you're about to face. I mean, Spain's very good. Haven't given up a goal all tournament. That's pretty insane to me. But tonight's a big night. I'm excited for it. I'm sure a lot of people are, and hopefully they perform well.
If United States of America wins, you will receive $100 of Steve the Homer True's buckaroonies.
Fortune, some are saying, yes.
What will you be doing with that $100?
That is not entirely true. I have a protest with FIFA, and that it should be down to 50 because they made a special Rule 19 to allow a
Flow
player.
doesn't account for 5-1.
Great point.
Well, I still have that appeal in, and I'll see how they decide. They clearly
just like
can
FIFA
make stuff
decided
up.
today, I decide for Homer and Brian's bet.
Not
happening.
Not happening. Okay.
Yeah, there's no appeals process, but there is an appeals process, by the way.
I believe my wish applies to Rule 19 as well. So you think I'm still in for the 100?
You're in for the 100.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
It's a bad bet, and I got to pay
What
for it.
is it? Kids' college fund? Is it?
It's just cash. Do whatever they want. I want them to give it to the kids.
Okay, you can't give it to the kids.
Well,
I want to know
he
what
can
he's
do
going
what
to
he
do with
wants. What I would.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe take my wife out to dinner. Do something
nice.
Yeah, do something nice.
I really don't care because I've lost 100. He can burn it if he wants. It doesn't.
Nah, I won't do that.
I believe that's illegal. We're not going to.
No, you can burn cash.
I mean, you can.
Okay, it's not illegal.
No, I think it is. I'm pretty sure affecting currency is a felony.
Burning or intentionally destroying U.S. currency with the intent to render it unfit. I don't know what that means.
Get to the chorus.
Is it a crime?
Mutilating or defacing a bank bill is a federal crime punishable to 6 months in prison.
So don't burn it.
Don't bill? Does it say it has to be from a bank? I got one at home. I didn't get it from the bank.
I'm sure the bank means the treasury. I don't know.
Okay, all right. I'm glad it.
Just
glad
don't
you-
do it.
I've
wouldn't
already
do it.
I've already done it, but
All
I
right,
didn't.
Blue. I want your.
Sorry,
I want your. You could always interrupt. I want your
No, I'm
opinion.
done.
I want your opinion on this whole Flo Balogun thing. Because
Yeah,
I'm lost by it.
Yeah, listen, I'm a little confused on their timing and how they went through that process and how long it took, right? You would have thought that might have taken the day after, maybe the following day then for a decision to get made. How it took so long is a little off to me. Now, obviously, we know the government got involved some way, somehow. How much, I don't know. Infantino claims that.
I can help you out. Yeah, I'm not a soccer guy. They're the host country, and it doesn't matter if the U.S. wins. Whoever wins is going to lose the next game. So there's really no effect on the tournament, according to the cheaters, FIFA people. So they did what had never been done before, and it makes sense because they're the host team, and it'll help if the U.S. wins.
So that's my gut. If this was 4 years ago and it's not in the United States, he's not playing tonight.
That's my guess.
I would tend to agree, but
yeah, that's
with
my
them,
guess.
with
He'll
the
join your
cheaters,
club.
He'll join my club?
Yeah, but with FIFA, they can make up whatever rule they want, but I think I would tend to lean with you, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree.
But go ahead.
But I mean, the thing is, I truly believe that at the end it got made right anyway, because I don't think it was a red card.
Right.
That's what I started with, Brian.
Yep.
At the end of the day, despite anything that got us here, I didn't believe it was a red card. So you can be as mad as you want, but even if it's a new thing that they're doing in terms of what was a precedent is now overturned, it is the right way, in my opinion, of it not being a red card and having him sit out. So the timing, as you said, how long it took the day before that you're finding out is a little weird, but it wasn't a red card. So let's just move on.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it, honestly.
Clearly, Belgium doesn't see it exactly that way.
Well, they're scared.
Well,
no, it was made up. It's never been done before, and you can't just because it affects the U.S.
What are they going to do? Protest the game?
No, you live with whatever they do, but it's crap. Everybody knows it's crap. Doesn't matter how bad the call was made. There's never been another bad call before. Yes, and they didn't change it. This time they changed it.
This is some good crap, though.
Yes,
good crap.
Yeah,
good
but
crap
it's
for us.
crap nonetheless.
Good crap.
Well,
for the
bad
United
crap
States.
for you. Bad crap for your wallet.
He'd rather see United States win
I
than
will
his wallet.
defer to Brian on this. I don't think he makes that big a difference. He makes a difference.
He's their best striker.
Yeah, he's their best forward. I mean, Pulisic hasn't been playing as well as Balogun in the tournament. So, I mean, he is their best forward player at this point.
I made my appeal and lost with FIFA, according to Ben Brust.
Mm-hmm.
So if U.S. wins, I will believe they would have won without him.
Would you rather see the U.S. win and lose $100 or have the U.S. lose and win $100?
No, I'd much rather have the U.S. win. This is historic.
Yeah.
To lose this game, they're just like all the last 3 or 4 teams. This has only been done once, 2002, not counting the Old Testament. And so it makes this team historic.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I love it when Bulaga agrees.
And I love when Bulaga gives us insight that we can't get to soccer anywhere else. Just the reason why we brought him on. Not to talk about the offensive line, the Green Bay Packers, and all of his.
There's plenty of time to do that.
Yeah, I know
we
that.
We still got 3 weeks till training.
The soccer update today has been brought to you by Discount Liquor. As always, make sure you go stop on by to their Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Those are Milwaukee and Waukesha locations for all your tailgating and party needs. That's Discount Liquor.
By the way, do you know if the game was starting now, he wouldn't be doing the show?
I know.
I would be doing it. I just have my iPad set up watching it on the side.
Oh, man, of such principle.
Well, honesty is core value. He's nailing that one. Don't go anywhere. Yep. Brian Bulaga and Homer are coming up next in 2 minutes in the Homer Hour.
Southbound on 41. Gotta tell you, we've got